We're live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Sorry for being a little bit late, but I had to make sure to get the link to Molly. So, everyone, thank you for coming. We have a lot of people in here. We have 141 people already.
Yay! How are you?
Yay, everyone.
How are you? I like your picture, Tiffany blue
I
bubble.
know. I did it
Sweet.
in honor of Tiffany's and Audrey Hepburn and the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's because I love Tiffany's. I love the
Good.
movie.
Good.
And let's just be honest, that's where you got your name from, right? Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. It's Holly Golightly is actually copyrighted, but
I know.
M is Marissa. So I put the M. I've actually
Hmm.
thought of legally changing my name to Molly Golightly, but the lit, it's the Molly part that I'm not okay with. I think Marissa
Yeah,
pretty name, and I can't carry a Molly. I think Molly's like a kind of like a introverted kind of dorky name in a way, and
yeah, I agree. I
that's
agree.
yeah. But the Go Lightly I think is amazing. I would love to legally change my name to Go Lightly.
Well, that could be something in the future.
Yeah, right.
It could be Marissa Go Lightly. You
Yeah,
never know.
got it.
Oh my God. All right. So I just want to say this before we get started on this live stream. This live stream is for fun. This live stream is to get to know Molly. It's to ask questions if you want to ask questions to Molly, like about nothing too personal, nothing about her husband and her family and all that, but you want to ask her things like, of course, we all know that she's been on Wife Swap. We all know that, but maybe she's been on other things, other TV shows. Maybe there's other questions that you want to ask her about things that she wants to do in the rest of her life. What are her goals? That kind of stuff. That's what we're doing here. We're not talking about drama from the drama community or from the true crime community. This is
Are
going
you
to be a
sure
nice
about that?
chat. Yeah, positive.
Okay.
Positive. I
Okay.
got my mods in here. They're
I
all
got a
on it.
little tidbit in the last couple of hours that I would like to address because it's
Okay. All right.
firing
But
me
wait
up.
1 second. Wait 1 second before you do address that. I also want to say that both Molly and I, well, everybody knows that I'm a very big supporter of St. Jude, and I have been for over 20 years. And my channel is about donating to St. Jude. So if you feel so inclined to, put a donation into my PayPal because my super chat is off, because I was demonetized. We all know about that. But Molly also supports St. Jude as a charity as well. So that's what we're doing tonight. This is for fun and for charity. And I am going to let Molly fill us in on a little tidbit. But again, chat, let Molly talk, and we're not going to go crazy in the chat about this. All right. So go ahead, Molly. Hit
Hi
us.
everyone. How are you? So, this chat has been in the making for a while, and with a lot of I'm going to say miscommunication or just misunderstanding. And to my surprise, I'm a little ticked off today, not at Diane, but at other people who want to unnecessarily continue fighting, not like normal people, but fighting through these community posts. And I was sent a screenshot today of our favorite parody lady, where she claims that I'm reaching out to her and wanting to speak to Pink. I have heard from several sources that this woman wants to speak to me personally, one on one. And I did not know that she would have some sort of audacity to make a community post, since I'm blocked, I couldn't see it, that she claims that she was invited tonight. I knew nothing about that. Um, I absolutely knew nothing about that. That was not the case. I have never agreed to speak to her on the internet. I don't know why anyone would take a simple gesture of seeing what the hell is wrong with her and seeing if there's any way possible to see if her and Laura have any sort of inkling of ever mending something so tiny and so small. And I think, and I'm just saying I think, so you can't sue me. Um, I think that she perceives me as maybe a weaker one than Laura, and that I'm more the forgiving one. And I think that there's a agenda behind her wanting to reach out and speak to me, which if she wanted to speak to me privately, I would be interested in hearing what she had to say, since she had no problem with going on live. Okay, I have one problem with one person, Diane, and I'm looking at the chat, and I'm just gonna ask for one person, and I just don't want to see her because she's on my block list. Can you ask your mods to give Black Dahlia a warning?
Okay, listen.
That
Okay,
just
let me
that
just
one
say this.
person, because
All
it's
right.
trigger me, and I'm in my mother's house. I don't want to raise
Okay.
my mouse. That's the
Okay.
only
I
one.
I
The
get it.
rest are fine.
Okay. Look,
Okay.
I do want to say, I do want to clear up the thing about Pink, because Pink is in here as well. I did talk to Pink because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see if there was an opportunity for her to maybe speak with uh Marissa. I I thought maybe they could do it behind the scenes. Okay. Um, I do, and I told Marissa I do like uh, Pink very much, and I would like to see that. As far as Laura goes, I don't even want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that situation. That's beyond either one of our control, Marissa. That is not beyond. That's beyond our control. We have nothing that we can say about that or do about that.
About
But
Pink?
no, about Laura and Pink. That's
Oh
not
no,
our.
oh definitely
Yeah,
no. They're their own
no,
two people.
that's
That's yeah, that's
exactly,
their thing. And if they want to rip
exactly.
people's heads off and continue to make themselves and their channels look bad and not do it privately, that's fine. But for me to see a screenshot that I'm the one trying to reach out to her or whatever the hell she said. Like, let me tell you something. That is not the case. I definitely think that she needs someone to talk to. I don't think that either of them have been angels after everything that, she's done to me
I
personally. And you know what? No one's an angel. I've not been an angel. And you know what? Laura doesn't get a free pass on the things that she's done to me in the past either, but she did apologize for them. And Pink never did. Pink keeps this thing going, and this thing could have ended with just, very simply, very
well,
simple.
that's what I was hoping. I
Yeah,
mean, Molly, to be
that would be
honest,
really
that's
nice.
something that we talked about. When I talked to you, the couple of times that we've spoken, that's one of the things that I said. I would like for Pink to be able to talk to you separate, behind the scenes, not live. I would never do that live. I would never do it. I've been there recently and
I
done
didn't know
that.
you even wanted to do a live with me and her. You never told me that,
No,
but that's what she
no, no,
posted.
no.
That's what she posted today. So that's why I felt a need to address that once, since she's watching, which I knew she would.
Yeah, no, I care for Pink very much, and I expressed that to you how much I do. And I wanted you two to see if you could get together. That, and again, that has nothing to do with her and Laura. I'm not going to get into that, but I do feel that it would be beneficial if Pink wanted to. And I have talked to Pink behind the scenes and
Yeah.
asked her if she would like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could in some way arrange that, I would love
She's
that.
okay. She's still going. I'm so done. I'm so all right. I'm this
All right,
close to walking
Molly.
out.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
asking you
no,
honest.
no.
I don't want to see this person.
Okay, listen.
Keep timing around one person because, well, Serendipity's about to get striked on her channel because I heard she's using my content. So, she's next for me, but I don't want to see Dahlia. Otherwise, she's going to make me raise my voice in my mother's house. My child needs to go to sleep. I'm at my mother's house and I'm willing to do this. I don't want to see Black Dahlia. That's all I ask. The
All
rest,
right,
the
I get
rest
it.
is fine.
All right, I get it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I haven't been watching the chat. So I'm not seeing if she's saying anything that's all right. Look, the comments in the chat about seeing in court and things like that. Could we just stop doing that? Um, you know, this whole thing is going to get out of hand, and I really don't want it to.
Wait,
Um,
I met the lunch lady. I thought you were boycotting this because you hated me and I was such a bad person. Someone sent me a screenshot of this lunch lady. Well, thank you for coming. I knew you'd be here. I just found out about this person. I've said
yeah,
nothing inappropriate
I
about
had
Black Dahlia. This could get very ugly. So I suggest you just stay quiet or leave. That's it. There doesn't have to be drama.
yeah, I
I
don't
wasn't
want
here
that
for
person
drama.
in here that's doing the court shit. I don't want that in here. If you're going to sue somebody, do it. I can assure you, suing someone, trying to sue someone on YouTube is not easy. So good luck with that. That's
Who's
just my
suing
opinion.
someone?
I don't know. Someone in
Who's
here,
she?
she was timed out, said, said she was going to sue you.
Sure.
Look, I'm
Good luck
not
with
trying
that.
to make, yeah, good luck with suing. All right. So everybody, let's just get back to a Zen place and try not to attack anyone. Try not to attack Marissa, please, from the chat. Okay, this is my channel. Um, oh, you want me to slow the chat down?
Hi, Mayor.
All right, give me a second to do that. But again, this is my channel. I invited Marissa here. She was supposed to come up a few times because we had some goofing around, and Chilling May came up, and we just had some fun. I've never had a real issue with Marissa, and anybody that I have had issues with in the past, I've been able to squash it with them because that's what I try to do. I don't want to have enemies, and I don't want people who, you know, are on one side or the other coming in here and making attack comments. If you don't want to be here, then don't be here.
And
But
they can
please,
easily leave. I won't miss
yeah,
them.
yeah,
But they'll
please
still
don't.
be watching. They'll still be watching because
Yeah,
they can't
please,
help themselves.
for my sake, please do not attack my panel guest. I do that for everyone who comes on my panel. If anybody comes on my panel and they're attacked, trust me, I do this for out of respect for people on my panel. I did it for Laura when she came on my panel and got attacked. I would do it for anyone. So please, let's try to get back to that Zen place, and I will try to slow the chat down a bit. It'll take me a second, but let's think about. Someone had said, "What kind of questions can we ask Marissa?" We can ask her anything that we want, as long as it's not personal. She's not going to be answering questions
That's
about
not.
what.
I'll be okay. It depends on what the president.
All right,
Whatever
but
they.
I don't. I'm just saying, don't get too personal. I don't want you having to, talk about and explain
If I'm not
people's
in the mood, then I'll
questions.
just say, that's just
All
yeah,
right, all
yeah. Let
right,
it go.
all
It's
right.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, so uh so what we're gonna do is, if you have questions, I'm gonna slow the chat down. Give me a second, and I am going to then start taking questions. You can ask her about wife swap. I have a few questions about that myself, how that show actually worked, and we know it's reality TV. I want to talk to her about Cobra Kai, and how she got to meet the hunky guy from Karate Kid, the mean guy with the blonde haired guy, Billy.
Really,
Yeah, I
Johnny.
want to talk to her. Yeah, Johnny. I want to talk to her about that because I really like him. Anyway, let me slow the chat down. Give me 1 second.
That's fine.
And if you want to start asking questions, start asking them in the chat, and Molly will reply if she feels like she wants to reply to that.
What did
Uh,
the Johnny guy smell like? He's cuter now than back in the day. Um, he was my first crush, Mrs. Nevens. Meeting him was absolutely incredible for me. We have still stayed in touch. He's actually one of the reasons, well, the actual reason why I became a life coach. So I started getting into life coaching in early 2016 and didn't start actually working until 2018. He is a very positive person. He's not the jerk that he looks like in all of his movies and stuff like that. He's the complete opposite. I've also met Ralph Macchio, and he was a little bit more awkward for me, in my opinion. He's not like someone that kind of I like. He was very nice, but he just had like a kind of. Billy was more open, but would he smell like heaven? Heaven. Just I don't know. I mean, he wanted to get me in the hot tub. I couldn't believe it. Like, I just was like, oh my God. Yeah, but he was,
well,
I
you
will
put up
say,
a video.
yeah, I couldn't believe I had that video on my Facebook, and it was another YouTuber that ripped it down for me and gave it to me last night. And so I uploaded. And what's funny is, um, his best friend is friends with my friend. And the reason I knew him, well, I got to know him is because someone at the table said, "Who was your first poster you ever had on your wall?" We were in West Hollywood at lunch, and I said, "This you don't know him, but this guy Billy Zabka." And she said, "What? That's my brother's best friend since like grade school." And I'm like, "Excuse me." I didn't believe her. And then sure enough, he said, "Bring her by the house tomorrow for Father's Day." And I like a crazy person, I went, and I'm still in touch with him now, but he's insanely busy. He did invite me to take Jake to season two, the filming of season two out to LA. And we unfortunately Jake had school, and we didn't make it out there. So I told him maybe this summer, when I have to go back out to LA, I'll take him with me and he can meet Billy. I call him Billy. But yeah, but he's very, very, very busy now. Like, he's exploded. And Elizabeth Shue is coming back next season, so that's going to be interesting for any of you guys that are into Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is the extension of the Karate Kid from the original 80s movies. And they made it absolutely amazing. It's totally addictive. But I've been a Billy Zabka fan since I was like 12 years old. He was my first poster on my wall. So yeah, he's gorgeous.
I love the show. I couldn't believe that it was on. I heard people talking about it,
Yeah.
and since it's on YouTube Premium, so I figured let me go and watch. And I started watching it from the very beginning. I was like hooked. I'm still behind a few of the episodes, but yeah, I was like, wow, 34 years later, here's Ralph Macchio and Billy, and I'm like, I'm looking at them and I'm saying they age pretty well. I
Yes.
think
Oh,
that
yeah.
Billy looks pretty good. I still think
Yeah.
I still
He
think he looks good. And if you want, you could take me to LA and meet him. Just
yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He actually had said that he was informed the night before I came to the house. Um what he was informed about, Stacy had said, "Oh, Billy, you're just gonna love her. She's so funny." He was like, "She's so amazing." He was like, "I gotta meet this girl, bring her by the house." And I came and we hung out for hours. I was with the whole family, the extended family, and we kept in touch. Facebook, Twitter. He followed me on Twitter. I had a Twitter at the time. I actually had more followers than him, and he was like, "Wow, you have more followers." And she jumped on, and she had jumped in the conversation and said, "Yeah, she does like reality shows, and she does all these weird things." And this is like, I had went through a period back in like 2012, 13, and 14. 14 is when I kind of stopped, and I had filmed a series of different things, reality, reenactments. I've even done infomercials, which I hope no one finds. Um, I did actually
Oh,
do, yes, I did an
someone
infomercial.
wants to know, are you, someone wants to know if you're going to actually be ever doing wife swap again.
No, no.
Yeah.
But I did film a pilot for a new show a couple of weeks ago in my home with the man that created Super Nanny. The creator of Super Nanny UK and USA was in my home, and he said that he came up with this great concept. He's like, I need this one family. He was like, and you're the one that's going to sell my idea. You're the one that's going to sell my show. He goes, I've heard so many great things about you. He goes, but we had heard that you were like in like retirement. And I go, yeah, I'm kind of like, I do YouTube now. And he was like, yeah, that's the problem. And I said, well, I've talked to a lot of producers and stuff that do follow my channel and casting people, and they say, one casting woman, I asked them, I said, is it true that you guys don't want to work with YouTuber influencers? And he said, no, 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 no. He goes, quite the opposite. He's got a British accent. He goes, quite the opposite. He said, the problem is that people that do YouTube um, don't want to give up their monthly, you know, channel stuff. Like they don't want to give that up because so this is how it goes. I already give a portion of what I make from YouTube to St. Jude's already with AdSense. So if I sign on to like, let's just say I was really rich and I did the Real Housewives of New Jersey or something, I would have to owe between 15 to 30% of my income on YouTube and give it to them. So basically, that would be the end of my YouTube channel. But if I chose the TV channel, if I took the TV show, it would be I would pay per episode. So you get locked in. So they're trying to take these YouTube influencers like Jenna Marbles and things like that, and they can't get them away from the YouTube. So it's like a so he was telling me, he was like, yes, we love YouTube influencers. He goes, in fact, the way that we find our cast now is through YouTubers. YouTube is taking over everything, and people that I've worked with in the past, do watch, and they do have certain ideas that go with mine. And you have to remember that when I had done wife swap, it has to go in conjunction with the story of that one particular wife swap. And there are certain, I remember they came to me with a character development story where they wanted me to join a show that for HGTV where it was flipping houses in Las Vegas and stuff like that. And I was designing the house, and I was supposed to be the funny one. And I, it, I did not like real estate. I did not. At the time when they came to, I mean, they literally just come to your house. They call you. They pressure you. I was at 2014. I saw that age where Jake was getting influenced by just things. In these forming years, I think a kid needs his mom. I think that when we did wife swap and the stuff that I was working with all the other shows and appearances that I had made, he was too little to remember that. I actually didn't want wife swap to be on YouTube, but Princess put it up there anyway, and it hit 1 million views. He's not getting paid for it. He could potentially get that taken down. That would be nice, but it's all right. It doesn't bother me anymore. I mean, everybody knows about it. Everybody's seen it. And,
Well, that's how everybody got to know who you are, really, from that. Can I ask you a question about wife swap? Where did the name Big Juicy come from?
um, no one ever called me Big Juicy ever before that.
Okay, so no one ever called you that. So that
No.
kind of came from the show. That was part of the show. They
I
wanted you to do that.
exercise my right to plead the fifth. I'm
Okay.
not allowed to say a lot of things. They make you sign
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, okay, so you got called Big Juicy on there, which is hysterical.
It was,
Um,
but no one ever called me that. Like when people, like when my friends and family actually saw it, they were like, "Oh my god, Marissa, really?" And it really was one of their best episodes. The civilians, because they have like a celebrity, and then they have, what do you call it? And actually, it was Billy who a week later tweeted me, and he said, "I just watched your wife swap." He said, "Keep on being the inspiration that you really are." He was like, "You are absolutely lovely and wonderful." And then we just kept keeping in touch. And yeah, he was like, "You're such an easy person to talk to." He was like, "You're a great person to talk to." He was like, "You just make it so easy, you know?" And that he got me pretty much like he set the idea, he implanted that idea that life coaching was my direction. So yeah, I thought that would be interesting to tell you that he really did plant the seed in my head, you know, in 2000.
wow,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
Yeah. 2014.
Now, why? Can I just say, please, people who are coming into the chat, if if you don't have questions that pertain to tonight's show, what we're doing, please don't come in here and ask questions about all other stuff. And no, wait a minute, hold on one second. Let me just look at something. Why are all Molly supporters getting blocked by times out? I don't believe that Molly supporters are getting timed out. Why would Molly supporters be getting timed out? Mods, are you timing out Molly supporters? That would be ridiculous. Okay, we have another question. Did you apply for wife swap, or did they find you?
They came for me, and they came for the Consitis family as well. They found the Consitis family because they appeared on Anderson Cooper living off the grid on CNN, and they wanted them first, and then they wanted someone, and then through the grapevine, through casting, I knew a girl who was friends of mine in casting. She actually went to high school with Monica Lewinsky, okay? She lived
Oh
in the
my God.
same building years ago as Tori Spelling. And she said, "I have the perfect person." She was like, "Her name is Marissa. We have to talk to her." They were like, "She just got these big boobs and she's like the best. She's so funny and she's got this gay nanny." So a big part of that was Princess. And, you know, a lot
Is
of
that his
people,
real name? Does Princess really go by Princess? I
yes,
mean,
it
is
was
that a name?
for years since high school.
Oh, so you've known him since high school.
No, I met him at Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh,
Vegas, yeah,
okay. Okay,
yeah,
but that's the name he likes to go by. So
always.
if you were to introduce him to someone, you would say, "This is Princess."
Oh, absolutely. Like, "Hi, I'm Princess," and people start laughing. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
and by the
fun.
way, the mods are not, whoever is saying that my mods are timing out Molly supporters, they are not. They are not. So I don't know who's saying that. So I just want to get that straight right now. My mods are great.
And
I
thank you
know
to your moderators. Hello, Metallic. Hello,
yes,
Helen.
these
Hello, Steph.
moderators that I
Hello.
have been with me on my channel for a year, but I've known them from the community for probably close to 3 years, some of them. So they only do what's best for me. Okay, question um, is being Molly Golightly on YouTube more work or less work since,
No, that's
I
fine.
don't know.
That's fine. That's
All
fine.
right. All
Is
right. Did you see the
being
question?
Molly Golightly on YouTube more work or less work since collaborating with Perplexed? Um, I will say, Molly Golightly as a life coach is hard work. Having a YouTube is a job for me, and it has be. I disable comments on my channel for protection of the channel with demonetization, and because if I don't if I don't disable the comments and then just go live and we'll talk about it later, then I will, you know, have 4 minutes of 4 hours wasted just checking hearts, replying to everyone. Life was a lot easier when I had, I guess you're in the three, 4,000s. Life was great. My channel was great when it was that. When it went past the Chris Watts, when White Swap went bigger, it's kind of like more money, more bills, more money, more problems, things like that. It got more of a job, and I just can't. I just don't have the time. But I go live a lot just so I can still keep and maintain that personal level with people and just talk to them one on one. So, um, as far as Perplex, I go on hers um, from time to time. Um, I forgave her for what she had done. A lot of people have, asked for forgiveness, and they see my live. They know that we're having a great time in there. And, they're switching channels and they're coming over and hanging out with us. And, they're happy for it. And, it's a good, positive place where, I'm singing, I'm doing silly dances, we're laughing, I'm oversharing at my channel. Um, my channel, I tell you, I've met some, like, people want to say, oh my God, how could you do this? How could you do this? What people don't really know is that I've met some really amazing, wonderful people I would have never met had I not um, had it been for me being YouTube. I met, John Crimes, Barbie, Oni, Kim Lowry, Jennifer Jones, who started as a huge hater of mine. And you know what? It's just, and it's amazing to see the ones. There's actually one in particular. There is one that I think everyone watches that has surprised me the most. And I got to give credit where credit's due. She started her channel like, I mean, she came out balls ablaze, and her name is, I don't know her name, but her name is Herbie Herb. And she started out with, just being, you know, going after him Golightly, and she built her little tiny thing, and like now she's getting better and better. And she was like, I'm gonna go take it. I'm gonna take my channel this way. And I was like, that's how you grow. Like, she sewed her thing. I mean, you can't make a channel all about drama and all about one person. If you make your channel about one person, well, you're just showing that you're obsessed with that one particular person. And people are going to get sick of that. People are going to eventually get to a point, unless they share a common hatred on a person that they've never met before or spoke to. I'm not in any way, shape, or form part of any. I'm not I'm very much attracted to leaders, not followers, and that's why I've always given Jennifer Jones uh, credit, because she was blindly led into hating me for no reason, and then she actually, said, you know what, I have to take a step back. Like, she's doing exactly what I want to do. And she said, I want to be a life coach and I want to do a YouTube, and I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm realizing that the more I listen to you, that here I am being told that you're this, this, this. And she was like, and I have a brain, she was like, I can use my own brain. She was like, but you're an army wife, just like I am. And we have all these things in common. She was like, and you've not given me a reason to hate you. So a lot of people are taking the opportunity to take that hatred and turn it into something good and beneficial, to where they can get on their camera confidently and not feel like they lack creativity, that they lack any sort of maturity, that they lack that they lack the depth to become an actual creator. Because to me, i I find that sad, people that just want to just, that they don't have it in them. I mean, I have to tell you something. I always knew this, jumping into YouTube before I even had 1,000 subs. I did a lot of research. I consulted with an internet attorney, and they said, a lot of people do get jealous because you're doing what they wish they could do. You have to have a strong spine, which I eventually had to grow, and it got thicker and bigger. But you have to have an element of talent, and you have to have an ability to connect with people, even if it's negatively or positively. You got to have the negative and the positive. That's why I allow haters to come on. I need these haters to keep me trending. It's just like with celebrities, it's the same thing. But at the same time, just like if I was famous, I do not watch videos that are made about me. Number one, I don't have time. Number two, I don't have an interest. Number three, you know, I don't want to be affected by lies that are made by about me. Though that's what's bothersome is lies. If it's true, have at it. But if it's a lie, no, that's what's gonna rub any creator, just like you, perplexed
Yeah,
anyone who's being lied
I agree.
about. Yes,
I agree. You have
it's
to have a
just the
tough skin
lies.
to be. You have to have a tough skin to be on YouTube, because people are going to, if they don't like you, they're going to make up lies about you. I mean, I've been around for a while in my drama community before I got to meet anyone from the true crime community, and I kind of know how it goes. And so when I went over into the true crime community, at first it seemed all calm and peaceful. And I think maybe at the time that I got in there, it was. And then all of a sudden, like all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just have to mention, Tilly May made a comment before that you really should get to know her because she's a lovely woman.
Oh, thank.
And she is. Tilly May is a lovely woman. I adore her, and she's very funny and very intelligent. So you guys need to get to know each other.
I want to say hello to being there and say that, you know what, I understand that Laura's not been an angel, but I do think that Laura was provoked, with certain situations that could have easily been avoided. I definitely have a soft spot for being there and what she's going through. There's a lot of people on here that deserve prayers. Being there is one of them. Susan Livingston, who's one of my mods, took a very bad spill on concrete and she's in the hospital right now. And we also have Sarcasm is My Life. Her son is actually missing right now. So there's a lot of people in this whole community that we should actually be praying for instead of all of this crap that's going on. Like, I hate this one. She said this, she said that. You know what? I'm glad that I'm not in being their position. I'm glad that I'm not screaming in pain right now, like Susan Livingston, who just got an operation and is not getting the pain medication that she needs. And I'm thankful that my son is not missing. And, you know, I'm so grateful that a lot of people are being there for these people. And I just want everyone that's watching, whether you like me or hate me, just be very thankful that your life is allowing you to be here. When you had a choice, you could have went to 100,000 lives right now to listen to anyone speak, but you chose Diane and you chose me for a reason. Maybe you wanted some sort of clarity to hear for yourself between me and Diane. Maybe I believe a lot of people want to hear me talk about Purple Resurrected, and that's fine. But I started out this live because I was not expecting what Pink had put out today because that was not the perception that I was under. And I find out that it wasn't the perception that was put out by Diane either. So there is a miscommunication and it's all via text. And people don't realize that if they talk one on one, that things could be much different. You can ask questions, you can talk and listen, and then there'll be a different connection because all these people, I bet you can get 10 people that absolutely say that they despise me. Get me in a room one on one with them, and I bet you $1 million. I mean, we'll be laughing and joking around. But, if some people are completely against that and they're dead set that's fine. It saves me some time. I'm good. But that is the real truth. And I feel that a 3-year friendship that, Pink and Perplex Resurrected had could have easily been solved that night on uh, St. Patrick's Day weekend when I was in Atlantic City with my friends and family. That could have easily been talked about, and it just went downhill the wrong way really, really bad. And I did feel responsible for ending that, but it really, in actuality, wasn't my fault. I just I wasn't expecting the reaction that Pink had, but I also wasn't expecting Laura to put it on, go through it this long. I didn't think that it would drag out this long. So I was hoping that, Laura and Pink, is there any way possible that you two could be scissoring at all, ever? You don't need me as a moderator. I mean, they're two strong women, and I don't think that that's ever going to happen. That's unfortunate, but you know what? Had Pink apologized for putting out a video saying that my spa kit was garbage and it was really from the dollar store, oh, and told her viewers, she lost a lot of viewers because at the end of her video, she didn't say, by the way, this is parody and it wasn't real. She lost a lot of viewers. All she had to say was, at the end, keep true to who Pink was and say, this is just another parody. Ha 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 ha. I've seen one video of Pink.
Yeah, and like I said, I look. Like I said, I like to try to make peace. The reason that I have someone said, why would you have Molly up here? The reason I asked Molly to come up is because I became intrigued with Molly, as a lot of the people in the drama community did when she first came on the scene. And the fact is, I popped into her chat and I got a kind of bad reaction. Her sub said, ignore her. She just wants you to come on her channel because she wants subs. No, I really truly wanted Marissa to come so that we can have a talk with her and just get to know her. And then some things happen in between there, but this is what happens in any community. So I invited her up here because actually, and to be perfectly honest with you, I had a conversation with Marissa, and Marissa is actually the one who offered to come on my panel. I didn't even ask her this time around. She offered it. So I wanted her to come up here because I thought it would be fun. It's been a very difficult chat. I'm watching it, and I'm watching a lot of people's comments be either deleted. No one's being hidden per se, but being deleted. I just wanted it to try to be a fun meeting of the minds, not, ripping this one up or ripping that one up. Again, I agree, and I wholeheartedly believe that Pink should, if she wants to, I am not forcing her to have a conversation with you on behind the scenes. I would never do it live. As far as her and Laura, I do agree that Laura should stop, responding and putting stuff up. Um, that's just my opinion, but maybe they could work.
I noticed that, Diane, in your everyone's saying to stop talking about Pink, but do they realize that all this transpired in the past couple of hours, that Pink is saying that she refused to come up here? I'm going to defend myself. I'm not on my own live to defend myself. So, yeah, and she was in here. I think she's still in here. So, I'm not saying anything bad about her. So I don't know why anyone would say that I'm dragging her. But this,
No, nobody's dragging her, I love,
let's keep
I really do.
let's call a spade, and just remember that you can love Pink all you want, sweetie, because I have many people that love me 15 times more than they love her. And the thing is what I'm saying is, I want you to listen. I will attract strong-minded people, and I will offend very weak-minded people. We're
Wait a minute. Oh,
not
excuse me
always
one second.
going to
Makeup
scissor.
mobster, I don't know who timed out. Oh my God, please don't, Metallic, don't delete makeup, anything from Makeup Mobster. I got a message that she was timed out. I don't know who would have timed out Pink. I don't know how that happened, if that happened. And I apologize, and I will, talk to her later. I just don't want, I
Don't worry
don't
about it.
know.
Let's just keep going. The
No, she
moderators
wasn't
are doing
blocked.
their
I
job.
think she,
And
yeah,
the
she
thing is,
wasn't
I
blocked. She
don't
was
believe
timed
that Pink
out.
was blocked. Pink said that she was leaving. But How would I know? Because I'm blocked. Everyone's blocked. So the thing is all this stuff has just transpired today. And Laura is not here to, stick up for herself. And I'm going to say, I didn't expect you to be brought into her thing, or myself, that there was some scissoring supposed to be happening and that she wasn't planned on it. It's like this kind of victim mentality, like we're setting her up. I would never do that. That's not my style.
And she knows that I wouldn't do that.
No,
Pink knows that I would never set her up.
no.
I don't know. It almost feels like what happened the last time when you and I had a miscommunication, and you thought you were coming up and I had made other plans. That was a setup. No, I don't do setups. Okay, why would you or your Mards block Pink? Floor, listen, Floor,
I
you
don't think
came
she
on.
was blocked. She left, or she said she
She
was like,
didn't. She wasn't blocked. None of my mods would have blocked her. They don't do that. They know who Pink is. They would have never blocked her. But Floor, you came to my community page and you said, what are you now, besties, and you're a flip flopper? I'm not a flip flopper. I haven't flip flopped anywhere. Sometimes I might misjudge a person, but if I do misjudge someone, the first thing that I do is apologize to them. You can ask anybody in here that knows me, and they will tell you that. That's what I'm about.
Diane, never apologize for being a leader.
I
That's
know,
some
but
really
I
great
just got a
advice.
little, I
You
guess
give it
I
to
got
somebody.
pissed. I guess I'm
You have a
reacting
choice.
because
You could be a leader, or you
I
could
know.
be a follower. You are a leader. I am a leader. I am attracted to leaders. I'm not attracted to the follower mentality. So if some people want to be led into these thought processes, because a lot of people were threatened, and these are by multiple creators uh, that have channels, multiple, not just specific people that have been threatened. Oh, if I see you here, and I think people are actually going to actually agree with this, that they have been put in a position where they've been given ultimatums. I've never done that. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I think that that is wrong, because what you and I are doing is talking like two mature women. And you know what, my people may get to know you and subscribe, and what you do for St.Jude's and what I'd like to do with St.Jude's. Your mods have been kind to me. I mean, if they have a channel that they want, for a subscriber, throw their channel up. It's not, see. Oh my gosh.
See,
Wow.
I'm going to be
Princess
honest. This
here.
is this
Princess
is
here.
what say it again.
Princess is here. Happy
Oh,
birthday, Princess.
hi, Princess. We were just talking about you a little bit.
Oh,
Not
it's a fake.
bad.
Is it a fake princess?
I
It's
don't
probably
know.
a fake princess, because fake princess
Oh,
has
it is fake
a couple thousand.
princess. Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this
hi,
is
fake
very
princess.
difficult for me because
What?
I
What?
really wanted to come on and try to have, a good time, raise some money for St. Jude, um, because I figured, Molly also donates to the charity. My channel is devoted to donating to St. Jude, and I thought we can have some fun. And so many people, I mean, chat is flying. So many people are getting deleted. Their comments are being deleted, not hidden. But please tell me that no one hid Makeup Mobster. I saw her comment deleted, but please tell me that no one did that, because it's hard. I mean, I don't understand why can't we just have this is not a battleground. My channel is not a battleground. I put it up on the community page as to not be a battleground. I said what it's going to be about. I also put it on Twitter. I don't understand. No, Chili May, she wasn't. All right. Yeah, thank you, Quinny. I just wish that everybody could respect my channel for the evening, for what I intended to do here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought we wanted to get to know Molly a little bit more. And then, people who might be sitting on the fence about Molly could maybe get an opportunity to get to know her and, perhaps then come to your own conclusion what you think about her. When you get caught up in all of the community drama, that's where it's most difficult. Check DMs, please. Okay, I will check my DM. So, all right. So let's try to get back on track.
Sure.
I have a question. I have a question about wife swap, and I think some other people wanted to know as well.
Sure.
When you were there, did you actually stay in the house, or were you able to stay in a hotel? Did you actually sleep there in their house?
I did. And
You did.
unknowingly, when I first got there at 3 o'clock in the morning, the executive producer, no, he wasn't the executive producer. My director was actually the main producer for who created the Leah Remini show exposing Scientology. So if you see that video, if anyone watches the Scientology Leah Remini, the very first episode, she's in her home and she allows this producer and she says, "This is what I want to do," and the guy says, "All right, let's do it." That's Alex Wersow. He started with me and he was my director at the farm. And what happened is at the farm they didn't have electricity, so they had to bring in generators. It was one of the most expensive wife swaps that they ever had to create. And I slept in their bedroom unknowingly. um, he actually said to me, "Marissa, we do have a whole," he goes, "Come back to the hotel with us. Like, come back to the hotel with us." Like, he was like, "There's a bar." He was like, "We can hang out, all of us." He was like, "Are you really going to stay with these people?" And I was like, out of respect, I mean, I did. Um, Angela, who is a subscriber of my channel, she may be watching this. She actually only spent one night at my house and then decided to stay at a hotel. So,
Yeah. Really?
yes, the director on at my house and the director at her house have have a mic that goes back and forth that only they know what's going on. And then in the background, you have someone with a computer, like a stenographer, and they're telling you what's going on. And what it's going back to is a writer in LA. And then there's just a huge set because there's so much going on over here. There was more going on at the farm than there was at my house. Now, my husband is very, very quiet. He's very subdued. He's very intelligent. He's very into work. And at that time, they said he was a systems analyst. And I remember I was most shocked at when I saw the episode that it said, "Yeah, I'm a systems analyst." I was like, "What?" The Army they gave us permission to be on the show, but said, "Please do not disclose your position in the military," because he had a top secret clearance at the time. So the Army was very, very proud of and his class, his graduating class had all seen the episode. The people he worked with, he was an intelligence officer, investigator for JAG at the time, but he could not say that publicly. And the ABC and the producers and the network, they all respected that, and they just really wanted us on that show. Alex, who was my director, um, was very offended by a lot of the things that the father and the children were saying about the gay community. Um, I was kind of
Yeah, they were really saying, I mean, they were really, I mean, they came off definitely homophobic.
Yes, and I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it would happen in
And that was real,
person.
right? I mean, they were
Yes,
really like that. Okay.
I was dying. You can tell. See, the most craziest reaction I remember when I saw it was the part where I was in the limo and I said, "No." The reason I was screaming no, they're Amish, was because I was thinking about how the hell am I going to blow out my hair every day?
That
That's
probably
what
would
I
have
was
been my first fear.
dreaming. So when I finally got to meet that director who later went on to make and create the Leah Remini show exposing Scientology, he won an Emmy. We're still friends to this day. And he said it was because of you and that episode. It was the ratings that we pulled from your episode that gave me so many more opportunities. And it gave me and my family many opportunities. There was development companies coming from all over saying, let's create something. Let's create something. Let's create something. In fact, they wanted to pull Princess for Crisley Knows Best, and they also wanted him. They auditioned him for something Versailles. There was a woman like that has a big mansion or something Versailles. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows about it. Anybody know
I
something
don't know.
Versailles?
I don't know.
She wanted him on
Uh,
that show, and other than that, like there was a lot of stuff, but I realized after the amount of views that it had gotten, and I got insane amount of Twitter followers overnight. I was getting tweets from Alyssa Milano and the coach from Glee, and uh, she was like, I want to have lunch with you. Courtney Love, um, just tons of people, Neil Patrick Harris, LGBTQ community. They were all tweeting it. And it turns out that it was up against, when it was aired, a lot of people don't know this, it was up against, they made an article about it. The 8 o'clock time slot was against American Idol. And there was a huge shift change in ratings where American Idol was losing um, ratings. It was going down and going up for us in the second half hour because of there was PR that were going through, going,
hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I have no super chat uh, at this point because I got demonetized until I can reapply in a couple of days. So the mods have my PayPal link if they want to drop it. Mod, you have my PayPal link. Thank you, Stephanie. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm trying to keep up. People are, I'm trying to listen to you and read the
just
chat because people have questions. Like
go
someone
ahead.
said, did you know there were outtakes? Are there outtakes from that show on YouTube?
There, it's not on YouTube. The episode's not even supposed to be on YouTube, but I will tell you a secret that I can tell. I didn't know this till almost a year later, that it was actually a 2-hour episode, and they had to re-edit it. They had to re-edit it. So when you do a reality show, I'm very conditioned to doing it. Um, and with improv, the story in your head that you remember is not going to be the story that they tell. Just
Oh, yeah, because it's edited. They edit a lot of stuff out that you don't even realize.
yes. And in the contracts, it boldly states, you will not talk about this, that. But they do say, there are things that may be edited, and it may be embarrassing. But I think that in my case, um, I mean, I just went in being myself, and those beautiful innocent children, I thought about them every single day. Like, I hated, believe it or not, I hated leaving the farm. I thought the farm was beautiful. They had, what you didn't see was the gardens and the beautiful animals that they had. I mean, some of it was crazy with the cleaning and the milking the goat and the chicken and stuff like that. But that was like, I never been in, like, I'm a city girl. I live in LA. I'm a city girl all the way, my whole life, and to wake up every morning to, roosters and the peacefulness. And when I saw, because one day I was waiting for the film crew, they got there at 10 a.m. I had gold sequin Uggs, and I ran out into the road while the family was like doing whatever, I ran out into the road and I got to meet a real Amish family. Of course, they were looking at me like I was nuts. I had a British UK hat on, I had jeans on, I had these gold sparkle Uggs, and I got to talk to them. So long as you don't take pictures with them, they're actually very, very kind people, and they're very rich people. And I didn't realize that. I thought they were poor. They're
Oh,
absolutely
I
rich.
believe that.
They're rich.
We have Amish. Yeah, we have Amish in, of course, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So the first time when I first moved to Pennsylvania, I wanted to go see the Amish, of course.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I got this feeling. It was the craziest thing because I'm seeing some horse and buggies, and I'm going around to all the eateries and places that the Amish bake and cook and do all those things.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, I see this guy who's Amish. He's walking down the street with I don't know, it might have been a Target bag. So they do have to go shopping. So
Yes.
I understood that. But then I had this thought. I said, I bet you the Amish have their own secret banks and they're filthy rich. They're just filthy rich because they don't use electricity. They don't have to buy clothes. Um,
Punky B, I'm friends with Dana. Punky B, you have someone in your chat who said, I have a friend who was on Wife Swap, Dana Martin. Dana Martin is she's an unconventional unparenting. I know her very well. She's vegan. Yeah, she's a very good friend of mine for years. And to answer their question, we actually filmed it in 2012 at a time where I filmed constantly things. I was doing it for money. And just filming all these different things for money, and they didn't air it till 2013. So that was the thing. But yes, I do know Dana. Dana's lovely. Dana's absolutely lovely. That's amazing that
but so you were saying that Dana though she didn't want to stay. She didn't want to stay in your house. Why wouldn't she want to stay in your house? I mean, if I
Angela,
had a choice, because
Angela,
oh,
Angela.
Angela, why
Right.
wouldn't she want to stay in your
She
house?
didn't
Because
want
my
to
first
stay
thought
in
when
your
I saw
house.
you pulling up, yeah, I would have jumped out of the limo. I'm going to be honest with you. I could have never done it. So kudos to you for that. But why would she want to not stay in your house with all the luxuries that she was missing? And I could tell she was dying to have them.
Well, she now lives in a $500,000 house. She's back to
Uh
her
huh.
lifestyle. We started talking last Christmas. She was drinking wine, and we were on FaceTime for the first time. She said that her and her husband wanted to meet for dinner in New York City. Her hair was done fabulously. She had a full face of makeup. She was a cheerleader, so she's actually not Amish. She was living off the grid. She wanted to be the next pioneer woman at the time. And at the time, I
Right.
guess I wanted my own reality show. And be careful what you wish for, until you actually live it. I think that when she told me, one on one just recently, she was like, they put you, she was like, I'm so embarrassed of this because I got such a bad rep. Everybody thought I was such a horrible person. And she goes, they make you think. And I said, listen, they're gonna use what you give them. If you show them a bitchy side, they're gonna use the bitchy side because that's all you gave them. um my husband, apparently there was a conversation where she had made a comment and said, how is my husband at that age so successful? Is he a drug dealer? And they said,
Oh,
stop, you cannot make these accusations. And he said, ma'am, i'm I went to West Point. He goes, I'm very well traveled. He goes, I take very good care of he goes, how would you feel if my wife was saying to your husband with this big farm, do you have, are you growing marijuana? And she went, she goes, that would never happen. He goes, you're offending me by your questions. And,
well, I think she was. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was watching the show, I didn't think that you were offensive at all. In the way, I mean, you were more startled at things that they were saying to you, but she came off very offensive,
yes,
very offensive to me.
yes. Mrs. Nevins, is Princess getting help for his substance abuse?
Oh, wait a minute. Who blocked Laura?
Substance abuse. I haven't seen
I'll unblock her.
him, but I'm not aware of that, of a substance abuse problem.
Laura has no. No. Okay, was Laura blocked or not? Uh,
She said
someone said that.
she said that she's not chatting. She sent me a text saying she wasn't
Oh, okay.
chatting.
All right. No one blocked her.
No one blocked Laura. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, and Mrs. Nevens, I don't think that you should assume that he has. You said he was an alcohol. I said he was an alcoholic. Yes, he has developed, and yeah, that's not substance addiction. It kind of came off as if he was a drug user. So I said he was an alcoholic. Yes, he has become a very bad alcoholic, and the last time I saw him,
Robbie, you're not blocked. Robbie, I can see
no,
you,
you're not
sweetie.
blocked.
You're not blocked.
He has been drinking more. So he's a single man. He's responsible for himself. And, I don't know if he's getting, I doubt he's getting treatment, but that's his personal business. He doesn't live in my house. He doesn't take care of my child anymore. He's free to live his life the way he wants to live. I don't judge.
Okay. Wait, there was another question. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. This is a little bit off the topic of wife swap. Someone wants to know, Lusty McButt. What a name. Okay. I know Molly travels a lot. What is her favorite and least favorite place that you've ever been traveling?
My favorite, I loved Bangkok, believe it or not. I loved that. I love to go to Key West. I love New Orleans still. Hence the whole
I know.
bless
Still
your
that.
heart.
That's all right.
That was
Yep.
amazing. I'm still going to go back. I'm still a Saints fan. I've been going to New Orleans since 2007 every year. So that was the first time I ever got in any sort of trouble, and that's okay. Um, my favorite places in America are Key West, and
Yeah, Key West is
yeah,
gorgeous.
I think that I every time that I go to Paris, it I get I don't want to go back there anymore. I mean, first time I went there was amazing. It's declining. It's on a rep. It declined at this point. A week from now, I will be in Milan. In a week from now, so I will be in Milan. So I won't be here. And then I'm going to
Have
London.
you ever been there?
I'll
Is it
be
your
in.
first time
I'll
going
be
to
in.
one?
What's that?
I said, is this your first time to Milan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you have to let us know how it is.
I'll be
I've
doing
never been to
videos.
Milan.
I'll be doing some videos. And then, she got us a Saints fan. Herbie Herb is a Saints fan. Good. Love my Saints. And
Um,
I will be
Ash,
in London as well. I will be in London as well.
Ash wants to know. Okay, and she's been asking me this like for
Sure.
the past half hour. Okay.
That's fine.
Molly,
Sure.
ask Molly what she thinks about how Sarah Smiles was treated last night.
I heard about it. I did hear
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Um,
So
Sarah Smiles, she was one of my best mods, and a lot of people didn't like my channel because they thought she was a little too tough, but I was fine with it. I've had many great conversations with her. I've been very busy lately, more than ever. And I remember the past couple of times that I've tried to say, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. She would say, I'm busy with, her baby. She's got a little baby girl. And there's been a miscommunication. And then through the grapevine, everything's always through the grapevine. I got a screenshot. And sadly, it was one of those days where it's a bad day to be Molly Golightly. I saw a screenshot come through my cell phone, and it said that she was sort of pissed at me and that she was going to use her wrench to go in and pull a blue topaz or a Republican ash, where they go into your chat where you were sleeping. Your wrenches can go into your chat and then delete a lot of people without you knowing. You'll never ever know. And I took that screenshot, I sent it to her, and I said, did you really say this? I go, why would you do that to me? I thought we were friends. She never responded. She is still welcomed on my channel. She has been saying, well, I turned my wrench in, things like that. I don't have a problem with her, but I still have not had a chance to talk to her one on one. And then I found out today that she said that she's got time to do lives, but she doesn't have time to reach out to me. I wish that I had time to reach out to all of my clients and real friends in real life, my girls night out friends, my friends for that have been around me all this time, but I have been enveloped in my work, moving, not knowing where I'm going to be living in. I've been a little, with the whole London thing. I've, I didn't want to. I don't even want to take this trip to Milan because I have so many things to do. Um, I I'm going to a Morrissey concert tomorrow. I'm a big Morrissey concert. I got I spent $425 on a ticket, the most I've ever spent on a ticket for anybody. Fourth row for Morrissey on Broadway tomorrow night. I'm not even excited about it. I'm exhausted. I don't even want to go. And I just have so much on my plate. And I took a nap before this. Before I even came on, I took a nap. I'm just exhausted. So I want Sarah to know that if she is watching this, and I hope she is, that there is absolutely no, um we're still scissoring, but I'm not going to give you your wrench back because I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do to me what um Blue Topaz did to me. I will not give her that opportunity, no. So but she's still welcome on my channel, yes.
Okay. Someone also would like to know. Well, I think she answered part of this already, Melanie. Can you ask Molly how did she get a start on YouTube, and anything she wants to change on YouTube, and is she the same off YouTube? So basically, are you the
that's a
same person you
that's a
are
good
on YouTube?
question. Who said that? Who asked that?
Melanie, her name is Melanie
Melanie.
Sweet Butterfly.
Melanie, hi Melanie. That's a really good question. For me, my mine was very long. I was still in school for life coaching. When you start a YouTuber, you don't know where you're going to go. There was a lot of trial and error. You can look back and see my development, how I entered the true crime community. Um, if I could change anything, um, if I could change anything, I don't know. If I could change anything, wow.
I think for everybody on YouTube, in my opinion, it's trial and error. We can all
Yeah, it,
say,
you
who
have to learn.
started a channel. Yeah, you have to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. And you just don't know. And for me, a lot of people don't know this, but I gave a nice big boost to John Crimes, Oni, Jay for Justice by appearing with them, and they were able to get monetized in 3 weeks. Now, for me, I didn't get to 1,000 subscribers for about 3 or 4 months, and I wasn't monetized until June or July. And then, of course, even August, we went down to the Dirty Dancing place. And when we were staying at this hotel, I came across a story that was on the news of a man standing there in his driveway talking about his missing family. And my true intention was to follow this trial, like I was intending to go with. I was also doing the Justice for Junior. There was a young kid in the Bronx that was butchered with a outside of a bodega in the Bronx, 15 years old, with a machete by a gang. And I did get a lot of subscribers from that. And I thought that if we went through this trial with Chris Watts, that we could learn about, we could talk about infidelity. We could talk about overspending, living above our means. I still didn't know what I was stepping into. If I could do anything and take anything back, absolutely it would be the stickers. the night that I was drinking out of the Molly Golightly mug with the Pellegrino and the vodka, and putting the stickers, and doing an impression of plunger videos of Shanann, talking to her children on the counter. Yeah, of course, it would absolutely be that. That one thing would have been that. That's the only.
Yeah, and I think, to be truthful and honest, I think
Yeah,
a lot of people, probably use that against you, including myself, and I'm going
yeah,
to admit that. I thought it was, of course, my first reaction was how distasteful.
it,
But, and then I
I,
heard from people that you apologized for it, and you can only apologize for something so many times, and I get that. But yeah, I guess, if we all could take something back, I would take shit back too that I've done. I can be an asshole sometimes. I think we can all at times be an asshole and then say, shit, I wish I hadn't have done that. But the only thing you can do is apologize and hope that people accept your apology and are able to move on.
yeah. I just, you know what? I was forgiven by the family, and to hear, the mom confide in me, and Frankie, say, yeah, it was a little fucked up, and but the mother said, Marissa, you didn't know, and I have to give, credit to people like Jay for Justice, who did go on and say, we all, Jay for Justice and Criminal K, both said on their lives, we all did it. We all were mocking Shanann. Not everyone was mocking Shanann, but if you go back to that live, people were laughing, people were egging it on. It was actually Sarah Smiles that said, Marissa, cut it out. And I respectfully did, and I said, you're right, you're right, you're right. So I do know right from wrong. And you know what? I suffered the consequences from that. I apologized to the family. I've asked God to forgive me. I've put it out to the universe, and it's, I paid for it, and it's over now. And I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life apologizing for it. Um, you just get carried away when you're on the live, especially when at that time I had over 1,000 people in my lives. You know, I had, it was too much, and I'm very well known for doing impressions, and it wasn't mocking. It was an impression. I do impressions of everyone, and it's sometimes an it's an endearment. I did a impression of what is her name, Herbie Herb, the other night, and everyone was dying because I was there with the pad going. I do that, and when the mom said, I had been watching you and I knew that you were sorry, but she goes, and I told my husband, she just didn't know. She said, I knew that you were for real because when I saw the video of you watching, um, I was watching HLN when they were in the court and they said Bella fought for her life. She said, when I saw you put the scarf around your head and you were obviously crying, before we saw that 2,000-page document, I thought of her as just another ID channel, forensic files, just another story. But when I saw that, when I spent my Thanksgiving home reading 2,000 pages like this, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. I, and I saw those text messages of her going back and forth with her friend. And I said, oh my God. I talked to John Crimes about it. I said, do you know how bad I feel? I go, she was a real person and she loved him so much. I go, and he's just such an evil person. I was like, this could have happened to any of us. And I think that all of us as women were kind of like this, like, holy shit, who are we laying next to? They're capable of anything. Like this woman, and one of the things that Mrs. Rusek wanted people to know and why she was talking to me is she felt like I became a voice for her daughter. And she asked me to please put out a video saying, Shanann was actually the breadwinner and she always had been. And she told me a lot of intimate things about Shanann's personal life. And I kept a lot of it out because I didn't feel like it was the public's business. And she did call and say, I watched it. She said that some things that, you know, me and John Crimes, because John Crimes had made a video about the New Orleans thing, saying, you know, if he wants to go to New Orleans, you know, let him go. Like the guy's been through enough. Stop harassing him. You know, she was in tears for that. You know, she was very upset that 2020, um, you know, gave them no voice, disrespected the legacy that she left behind. And I think that the Dr. Phil kind of made up for that. And I think that she wanted someone from the outside that was in that YouTube community to speak for Shanann. And I listened to her, and I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people might have been jealous that I got more subs, jealous that I was talking to them. I didn't look at them as celebrities. I didn't think of them as, ooh, I'm gonna get this out of it. I was thinking like, you know, maybe I could life coach for Coach Frankie, you know, to help him. And I remember him saying, "What's a life coach?" And it doesn't mean that he's dumb. I get that all the time. Like people ask, "What's a life coach?" all the time. And when she told me so many things, you know, and I told her, I said it was so interesting that I saw that video of the cop going through her garage and how organized. And she goes, "I want you to know who my daughter was." And she goes, "You got to tell me where you got those chairs." She goes, "You have my daughter's chair." I go, "I got them at Ashley Furniture." And she's like, "I'm going back for that chair." She was like, "I want that chair." I asked her, you know, I asked her very minimal questions, and I just let her talk. You know, she wanted me to come down to North Carolina. She wanted, they planned to come to New Jersey. They had hooked up, you know, um, you know, her nieces, her sisters, her family. You know, we want to connect with this woman. And she reached out to Nicole Atkinson, who was uh, good friends with Shanann, who actually was the one that barged into Chris's house and got him caught. You know, she said, you know, Marissa called you a hero. I've never ever talked to Nicole Atkinson, but you know, I tried to do what I could to say I was sorry for the
And
path.
you can only, Marissa, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
I think we as humans, if we do
Hmm.
something wrong to someone, um, or in your situation, I probably would still be, you know, beating myself up over it. But I have said things, and I'm not going to say what I said, but you know, one time I got mad at someone, and I said something really horrible as they were leaving, and it was really horrible. And then after they left, I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that to that person." I got so upset that I called my mother. I'm not going to even say what I said because if
Hmm.
you hear it out of my mouth, you won't believe what I said.
Right.
But I had to call my mother right away and I said, "I can't believe I just said that to this person. Oh my God, what if it really happens?" And, you know, I was hysterical. But we are our worst enemies. We need to, you know, forgive ourselves. If we don't forgive
Hmm.
ourselves, and you say, and here's the thing, you know, if you say it on the internet, if you say it on the internet, it's there forever. And the people
Hmm.
that want to keep dragging up old shit, because they do it to me, over a pizza, which is so ridiculous. Speaking of that, I just wanted to throw this in. You know, Wendy, of course, was on the Dr. Phil show. And that was 2 years ago. And the person that she went on the Dr. Phil show today is still talking about her, talking about our Wendy, talking about something so stupid, saying that she wears polyester pants, and that she stinks down there because she wears polyester pants. The woman doesn't wear polyester pants. This woman is crazy. And I'm going to get to you, Trisha, on Thursday on Ladies' Night. Don't think I'm not. You better stop talking about our Wendy because you're starting to sound nuts. And no, Molly does not want to sleep with you or marry you. Let's get that straight. All right, I need to get that out because you know Trisha wants to. You know, she wants to do you, Molly.
Is this happening?
Yeah, I'm serious. She said that she wouldn't. She tweeted it that she would marry you. Come on now, are you? Aren't
I'm
you?
not on
Don't you?
Twitter. I
Don't,
saw one video I heard about the video, the first one where she said, "I don't know why people are trying to make me hate someone," and I left a comment. And I said, wow, I left a comment on her video and I said, wow, I can't imagine starting a live, leaving for 10 minutes and then coming back and everyone just like waiting for, I don't think that I think they would be off with my head. But like, I listened to her and I kind of thought what she was saying when she was like, if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to watch them. I'm the same
Oh,
way. Like,
that's not true. That's not true.
but
She
she,
watches
she
all
also
of us.
agreed. I remember she said, she goes, I used to hate watch people. And I was listening to what she said. And then I was like, truthfully, Trisha, where have I heard that name before? Where did I never got to finish the whole thing, but I haven't seen anything that she's posted since. So
Well,
thank
yeah,
you, truthfully, Trisha, for wanting to marry me. But unfortunately, I already have a husband.
she wants to marry you. She thinks you're hot.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get your attention. She did it with a lot of other she did it with a YouTuber who had 25 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Sniper Wolf, yeah, she brought her up, went to war with her because this woman innocently, what she does sometimes on her channel is does reaction videos to Dr. Phil shows.
I
She didn't know
heard.
who Truthfully Trish was. So she did it to hers, and then of course Trisha turned it into a personal attack. The whole thing went berserk. She had all these little gamers in her chat. But yeah, she's going after our Wendy again, and I don't like it. So knock it off, Trisha, if you're listening, because I'm sure if you saw Molly is here, you're probably listening. I just had to throw that in. Yes, and you're right, Robbie. I can be a firecracker at times when people piss me off and I hear ridiculous things coming out of a 41-year-old's mouth about having, wearing polyester pants. It's just absurd. I hate it. Just can't stand it.
Look at Save Robbie. Your love life is better than mine. I hump my pillow until I fall asleep.
Robbie,
Brian
Robbie
St. John's here.
Robbie said before, if you know right from wrong, I have to remember this now by memory. He said, if you know right from wrong, Marissa, why are you still eating pork in your tamales? Because we know that Robbie doesn't eat meat, right?
I
So
he's entitled to I believe Laura doesn't eat meat either, and Barbie does not eat pork. So, oh, actually, yeah, most of my friends don't either eat pork. Well, I'm Puerto Rican, so that's how I was raised. I'm Italian, so sausage was a normal thing for us, and it's just a normal thing for me. But it's just a personal thing. But they have tamales and chicken, beef, bean. Yeah, they have vegetarian. Actually, Robbie called me about a week ago. He was at a tamale restaurant and just called me just to let me know that he was ordering his tamales. I think that everyone and you know what? Brian St. John's here right now. He actually went on Laura's channel and said, I went out to Trader Joe's and I bought those damn pork tamales. He goes, and they were hella
I'm
good.
going to buy them. I am going to too. I told you the other day that I didn't have time. I wanted to stop at Trader
Amazing.
Joe's. Now I am dying to taste a tamale
They're amazing.
from Trader Joe. I looked up a review. Someone did a review of them on YouTube, and the person said that they were a 10 out of 10. So now I have to try it.
Yes. So Alyssa Radis says, no pork on my fork. Trader Joe's veggie tamales are good. I've not had the veggies, but yeah, it's all about your preference. Some people want chicken, some people do bean, and there's some great tamales out there. And there's, a lot of people that have never even had it. So I mean I can't get tamales in Jersey. I'm in Jersey right now. I can't get tamales where I'm at. They're terrible. I miss being in LA and Vegas and Florida. I lived in all these amazing places, but there are places in Manhattan that have some great delivery service of the most spectacular tamales that you can get. But I can't believe we're talking about tamales now. You're making me want one.
Well, because you're known for, oh, come on, you're known for eating tamales. You said that the other day, you said that you ate, I don't know, like 6 or 7 of them,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Yeah.
you're known for eating tamales,
Yeah.
just like I'm known for. Oh, okay. So you're from New Jersey. I'm from New York. When I first started talking, when I first started having a channel, I would talk about egg creams. Now, everybody in my chat was like, "What the hell is an egg cream?"
Because it's
And I'm
old
like, "Are
school.
you kidding me?"
It's old school.
Yeah, it's old, and it's old school. It's New York, and it's also the best ones are from a diner. Not,
Yes.
it has nothing to do with being fancy. They sell them in diners, but I haven't been able to get an egg cream in Pennsylvania because they don't know how to make them.
Oh, really? I don't know how to
Yeah.
make it, but I'm sure my mom has had her share of egg creams. Mom? Mommy. Oh, she fell asleep on the couch.
Mommy.
She's watching her Friends. She loves that show Friends, and I'm like, ugh. But yeah, she fell asleep on the couch. Say something nice about Marie doesn't go well with the mods. Aw, I think we're past all the drama. I think we're past all the hate. Don't worry about it. I'm fine here. No, I think everybody's been very nice. Thank you to Stephanie, and thank you to Starlight, and thank you to all your
Yeah,
mods.
the mods are great. My
Mare's
mods are great.
here.
I have the best mods.
Melanie Sweet Butterfly. Hello. You're from New Jersey, Melanie. So am I. I'm a Hudson County girl. I'm in New Jersey right now. I'm in Nutley. And girl, I love pasteles. Oh, that's a Puerto Rican thing. I'm not too into pasteles, but that's very Puerto Rican. Kimberly, thank you so much for being here. Stephanie Brown, I've
Yeah,
heard
all
so
my mods.
things about Stephanie. I really have. Amber,
Stephanie has
hey,
a great channel.
I
Stephanie has a
subscribed.
great channel,
Subscribe.
and Stephanie is one of the few people in the drama community that, in my opinion, when they have a panel, a discussion, she's very fair. She
Yeah,
has ironed
I've
out,
heard
like
that.
when
I
there
heard
has been
that.
situations. Yeah, there's been situations where many people have been on panel, and she's been able to be fair to everyone,
Yes.
and and help to iron out things. So she's one of the most fairest of people in the drama community who has a platform, in my opinion.
Barbie loves her. Barbie said she's a. When I got off the cruise ship, I would talk to. I was in. I finally got my phone turned back on from Bermuda a couple weeks ago, and one of the first things she said, "Oh my God, Molly, I talked to um Stephanie Brown. She's so sweet. She's so awesome. But like, she's like one of us." I was like, really? She was like, you'd love her. I love her. And Barbie's like the sweetest, kindest little thing in the entire world. And I'm gonna see her in about 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yes, her husband's birthday is in Vegas, so we'll be out in Vegas all together. A bunch of people.
Imad,
Yeah,
Imad is her
yeah.
husband.
Oh,
For anyone who doesn't know, Imad is Barbie's husband.
he's such a gentleman. I've met him in person. He's one of the most. They're the most kindest people. When I went to that with the girl that got me arrested. When I remember we were in the W hotel, she sent a message that "Get your ass down here, bitch." And I was like, okay. When I saw her, she was so striking looking. She had a beautiful body, perfect blonde hair, the makeup. I mean, everything. I mean, she was so manicured, and her husband was. He stood up. He looked you in the eyes. Great handshake. I mean, they were like, so he was such a gentleman and so kind to these ladies that he didn't know, but he was talking to each of them. And Frankie had called while we were all eating. We had the big table, and there was a whole bunch of girls there. I signed pictures. I took pictures with people, and the girl that I was arrested with was sitting over there, and she was nervous the whole time. And Barbie said, "Hey, come outside and smoke a Capri with me." And as soon as we walked outside, I go, "I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something. I got arrested for the first time in my life." She goes, "Oh my God, are you serious? You got arrested? That's so gross." And she was like, "Iman, get your ass out here. Molly got arrested last night." He's like, "What? You got arrested? For what? For what? What can I do? What can I do? How do I help you?" And I'm like, "I gotta go to court on Monday." He was like, "What'd you get arrested for?" I go, "For stealing a lap dance." He goes, How the hell did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. But then I found out the truth on Monday. But yeah,
You
it's a
do a great Barbie impersonation, by the way. I've listened to Barbie
yeah.
speak, and I think that if I listened to her, I could probably do an impression of her. I'm not really good at impressions, but and I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to practice. But do you think that you would ever do an impression of me, like when not just regular, just talking, but like when I lose my shit and I call people
I've
crazy
heard
ass
you.
bitches?
I heard a recording of you talking to them about me, how you wanted to get me. So that's what I would do an impression of.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
oh, of
I'll
course,
tell you
of
her
course.
famous life swap. She's such a horrible person. She's a really bad life coach, and she's such a horrible person. I just want to like. She owes Marianne Perkins, this poor lady, $55, and I'm not gonna stop her. And she's been taking away my calls, and she's a bad life coach, and she's. I just want to smack her. Let's get her. Let's get her. Fine,
Well, I did actually, I did actually say say some shitty things about Marissa.
fine. I get it every day.
I did,
It's fine. It's fine.
but I did
I'm
because
used
it's
to it.
social media.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. The thing is I have to warn people that want to start a channel that if you don't think that you can handle it, because I do get a lot of calls from people saying, hey, I want to start a channel. Can I get some advice? Can I ask you about, channel thing? And I said, listen, and they say, I said, you have to, number one, getting comfortable in front of the camera. I was already conditioned in front of a camera. I know how to talk to people and connect with people, whether they like me or not. If you hate me, you're still gonna connect with me on some level. You may not admit it, and that's fine. But that's one of the good things. It's kind of like the way people watch the Kardashians. There's just a curiosity. There's a huge
Yeah.
curiosity about my channel, Diane, because they never know what they're gonna get. And to go back to that one girl's, I forgot her name, but remember I said she had a great question where she said, "Is this the real Molly?" Several creators.
Oh, I think that was Melanie. Yeah. Do you act this way online? Do you act the same as you do online as you do offline? To an
Mm,
extent,
I,
for me, I have to say this is me. I mean, people that I've talked to, they know I'm high strung. I get upset. I react a lot. But in
I,
my real life, I don't. In my real life, I say things like, I would never go out to dinner with people and use terminology that I've heard on YouTube, because in the drama community, there's all these sayings. I don't know if you've ever heard them, but like clock at the house that Rich Lux came up with. You're shady as fuck. I I I can separate that part of YouTube and my real life. I never use that terminology in my real life.
oh, Kimmy P, she's so funny. I will say that a lot of creators, such as Bryant, just say Robbie, many creators, um, that I like respect Oni. I really love the talent that Oni has. I mean, if that's a channel to go to, like that's the one I'm most drawn to. Kim, I really like that Kim Lowry. I see a lot of great potential for um, uh, the one that I
Amber, all
call
right.
the foot. The
I'm
one that I
sorry.
call the foot.
Amber.
I've been
I'm
calling her
sorry. I said
the
it
foot, and it's
wrong. It's not
terrible.
shady the house. It's shady the house, not shady as fuck. I don't know. I've seen
Oh,
people
shade
say
of the
that
house.
you're shady as fuck too. I mean, listen, I all the YouTube terminology was all new to me. I
No,
got it wrong. I'm sorry. And
Oni's
yes,
a good
Ash loves
person
when
all the
I
way.
sigh.
Oni's a really good guy, and he there's a lot of good creators, and they've all said that Molly is. I couldn't believe that she picked up on this, but I was like, "Ugh, what are you guys doing to me?" But they've each said, the Molly that we know when you actually get to Marissa, I guess they've made a. I think they think that Molly Golightly, life coach, is a character on lives, and that the Molly Golightly life coach is a different sort of, like when I do life coaching videos that nobody seems to care about except the audience that I have for the life coaching. But a lot of people respond more to me reacting and telling funny stories. Um, no matter what, my name is not Molly Golightly. I am Marissa, and I'm very fair to everyone. And I never, ever, ever, and I'll put this there, I never intentionally go out there and put out lies. And if I'm misinformed on something, I will say I'm misinformed. My bad. I apologize. I take it back. I own my mistakes. I don't have an ego that's big. Then just like I'm always right. I'm always right. Blah blah. But when I think that when they say Marissa's different, it's just because when we are talking, I'm always listening to them, and in a certain monotone voice, that I'm very, very fair. I listen to them. I answer their questions to the best of their knowledge. Brian St. John had ever said, if you talk to Molly on one on one, she's a different person. He was like, she's so much more likable. Well, if I wasn't multifaceted with my personality, if I wasn't funny, you could kiss 5,000 subs away. If I wasn't shocking, you can kiss another 5,000 away. If I wasn't fearless, if I took everything personal, there would be no channel for Molly Golightly. So it's because I have the elements of all those different qualities that you really do need. So people like Pootie Pie and people that are at the top of their game. I mean, there's a lot of pressure for these people to top it. I don't know where my channel's going. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have no direction. I'm going with the flow. I see certain things. I see the hatred. I care that these people each have a lot of things going. Like in the chat right now, Susan Livingston, you know, is bedridden right now because she's broken her hip. She got an operation. Right now, sarcasm is our life. Her son is missing.
Oh yeah, someone wanted me to bring that up
It's unbelievable.
yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay. It
It's terrible.
says
Here.
okay, so Lori made a video about it with all the details. If you can go watch, share that video, please, I would be grateful. So I don't know what happened. Can you enlighten us a little bit what happened
From what I
with her son?
understand, her son has a serious addiction, and he was last seen at a motel. And a couple weeks ago, he walked off his car, his cell phone, his money is untouched, everything's untouched, and he was the kind of son that got in touch with her on a daily basis. And he has been fighting substance abuse for a while. And the police are searching for him, and she's praying that her baby is still out there. And I'm wow. We're all going through stuff. My life ain't perfect. I mean, I'm like, I'm, people are like, oh, well, someone recently just said, she just went to Bermuda on a cruise. I don't feel bad for her. She's going here. I don't feel bad for her. But like, my problems are different. My problems are different. I don't have time. Like, I wish there was 40 hours in a day. I can't sleep, and it's making me crazy. My phone is constantly going. And people are like, oh, but you're making money. And I'm just like, in the end, what's I'm not even touching the money, but I'm helping people. Like, I realize that I'm really, really helping people. So the life coaching has been the greatest thing, that it's the best job that I've ever had. And I'm truly changing people's lives. I'm helping them to understand themselves. I know if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would have been a life coach, I would have been like, yeah, right. No, 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 no. But it just happened. I grew as a person. I am a very compassionate person. I'm a very forgiving person. Many people that have hated me have come to Molly, emailed me, Molly Golightly, LLC at Gmail, and said, I'm so sorry for all the horrible things that I've said. Can you please unblock me? And I'm like, okay. So what I did was I unblocked everybody. I gave them a second chance, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just throw the chips up, and wherever they fall, cards fall, that's where it falls. If they want to be jerks, they can be jerks. But I'm going to leave that on them. And that's why some people had problems with me being letting Analyzer back in. Um, but I realized that she is sorry. And I felt how I knew how she felt because I was sorry that I put the stickers on my chest that I was saying, Cece, be careful, don't fall off the friggin' counter. Like, it's a horrible tacky, it was very tacky, lackluster. It was a horrible thing to do. And you know what, I never claimed to be perfect. I never claimed to be, Mother Teresa. But I hate that I did that, but I did it. And you know what, that bad thing, to be honest with you, in an ugly way, it actually got me more subs and more attention. And it was all driven on hatred. And with all these hate videos, they made Molly Golightly grow. And I don't think that these people that are making all these videos about me are making me grow in such a way that, like, when I went for a job in New York City in late January, I thought, you know what, they're gonna Google me, they're gonna find out I got arrested, and it's gonna be. I said, I'm still gonna go. I did get the job, and it was from a psychiatrist who said, "My Lord, I'm looking at this YouTube. I just put it in your stuff." He goes, "This is great." He goes, I heard about it. He goes, "Man, I wish all these people were in the New York City area and had good insurance. We'd all be multimillionaires."
Well,
And
I think I told you, Molly, why I had an issue with Analyzer and why a lot of people in the drama community did when the people, at least from the drama community, that had already gotten into the true crime community, is
Mhm.
because for us it was very difficult, um, because we lost a dear person from our community of
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
multiple myeloma. Yeah, so that was difficult for me. I just found, and I know that everybody should be, if everyone
It was
apologizes, they should be
awful. It
forgiven.
was
Yeah,
it
it was an
was
awful thing.
it was worse than what I did, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was worse.
at least I felt that, for me it was very difficult. People, in fact, when that all happened, that's when I first met Laura and Makeup Mobster and Pink, and I went on, I think it was Laura's panel, and I said, "So is this the first time your community has been scammed? Is this like really the first time?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "I can't tell you how many times things like that has happened in our community." But I just felt that it was, I mean, I don't know. First of all, it put that bad energy into the world for yourself,
Mhm.
saying something like that.
Absolutely.
And there are people that are really suffering from, cancer, and that die from it. And I
Yeah.
don't know how anyone could lie about something like that.
Yeah.
And I understand maybe she needed it for attention. I don't know. I don't know her, but I just felt like, for me, I just didn't want to get involved with her. But that's me.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Someone wants to know. Someone's asked a question. They just want to know. B. Her name is
Hi,
Bee
be
something.
be
Yeah,
kind.
she wants. Yeah, be kind. She wants to know. Ask you about Nick Carter. I don't. She just said ask about Nick Carter. I don't know what she means specifically about Nick Carter, but Nick Carter. I don't know
Maybe I'll
what
see him in a couple days.
when, maybe you'll see him where.
In a couple days.
Oh, okay. She might be seeing Nick Carter in a couple of days.
Maybe you'll see a video. You might not.
Oh, and maybe you'll see a video, just
Maybe.
like
Maybe.
the one with Billy in it.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. So sarcasm is my life is dropping information about her son, date of birth, last seen in where. So people,
Wisconsin.
yeah, Wisconsin, hospital before that, in a hotel, so high he was hallucinating. Oh my God.
I told you it's bad.
Oh my God, that's so sad, and it's so scary. He must be so scared. He must be so scared. And of course, I know his mother is scared, but I'm just thinking if I was in that situation, you know, um,
Yeah. But be
ugh,
thankful that you're not in that situation.
no, I know, I
Be
know.
thankful.
It's so scary.
But this is the thing, and this is why I have a channel. I'm always saying be grateful because things can happen in an instant. And people think it'll never happen to me. It'll never happen to you. Do you think sarcasm is her life? Thought that she would be in this predicament a month ago? No, she had no idea. Do you think that um, um, you know, Susan Livingston thought that she would be laying, a retired RN would be laying up in a bed, having surgery. No, it just happens. And it's horrible. And I am grateful that I'm sitting in my mom's house. There's food, there's air conditioning, I have electricity. I'm talking to all these beautiful people here. I'm just like, you know, yeah, I'm glad that everyone tuned in because, like, I have to say, Diane, like, be very thankful that these people have many, many choices as to where they could be right now and where they could be putting their energy. They could be with their children.
Right.
Jake went to bed; he's exhausted, and bologna sandwich. I would eat a bologna sandwich right now. I'm hungry. I just ate a. Have you guys had the fudge dipped devil dog? They're amazing. Um,
No, in fact, I
oh,
haven't had a devil dog
my
in
God,
forever because
fudge dip.
Pennsylvania is known for tasty products.
Oh
It's
yeah.
big
Okay. Yeah.
in New York.
In
I mean, in Pennsylvania.
Jersey, they love the Entenmann's here. So
Oh, Entenmann's. I miss Entenmann's. We can get it every so often. We can get it like a supermarket might carry it, but I come from Long Island.
yeah.
Entenmann's corporate headquarters was
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So I had Entenmann's all I wanted. I miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Hi, Singer 67.
hi Making Lemonade. Hi Bitch and Belle. Hi Crazy Mama of Three. Crazy Mama of Three had a good question. Let me see what
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I just said, "Okay." Oh, wait a minute. See, I got off track. Hold on, I'll find it. Because I said to her, "Okay,
oh
I will."
Nicole.
Uh, oh, I remember. I remember. She wants to know what your husband thought about having Princess around as your nanny. I mean, was he okay with that in the beginning? Did you have a problem with that? I mean, how did that
Princess,
all go
Princess
down?
Princess became my nanny because my husband was deployed. He would get deployed for a year. He would get deployed to either Afghanistan, Iraq. I was out in Vegas by myself. My family is in Florida. My family is in Puerto Rico. My family is in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So I had no one out there. So I allowed him to live there. With me, and he was amazing. And believe it or not, when they filmed Wife Swap was the first time that they became friends. And because it's there's a lot of pressure when you film TV and stuff, especially when it's your house and stuff like that. But he was like, for the first time I felt like me and Adrian got along. But Adrian considers Princess a friend. Adrian has business in Vegas that he goes to, and he always checks up on Princess to see if he's okay, to see where he's living. Because when he did leave, when we did say, we are moving, to the New York City area because my husband got a job in finance, that we were gonna leave. I still keep in touch with Princess. Um, yeah, he considers him a friend, but no, he's always been great with Jake. Um, we never had any problems with him ever with Jake. Jake never got hurt in his care. Uh, there was no theft. There was no real drama ever with him in the house. He was a great help, and I mean, honestly, living in Vegas, uh, the time with Princess, those were the best years of my life. I mean, I gotta say, like, I had an amazing time, but my life has been developing in such a way. Like, I remember talking to Angela from Wife Swap and her saying, I can't believe that you're a life coach and I'm drinking wine right now. And I'm like, you're funny. She's like, a life coach. She was like, this is awesome. And then she told me, she goes, I subscribed to your YouTube channel. She was like, and then she said, she goes, I saw your Instagram and you're filming all these things. She was like, how could you do this? She was like, I'm so scared to go on TV again. She was like, people notice me all the time. And I'm like, I get that too. She goes, how do you react? I go, I'll tell you one thing. At the time, when I said in 2014, I tried to pull back, I actually, when people were starting to notice and say, "Oh my God, I know you guys. You guys were blah blah blah," I would actually get kind of a little bit startled. Princess would laugh and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, let's take pictures and stuff. But I was always worried about like what area you coming from. Like, are you gonna, say something derogatory about, because you're a Christian, or because they don't ever say that. They don't ever talk about how my husband went to high school, that was Catholic, and you know grammar school Catholic. He was an altar boy. They left that out. They left a lot of things out. Turns out that both families were both libertarians. We were both Ron Paul supporters at the time. They left all the good stuff out because they wanted us to go head to head. So they needed Princess to be their story, and the bigotry and the hatred coming from the children. And she said, because of that, they got a lot of flack. They got a lot of hate, to a point where they ended up selling the farm and moving. She told me,
Wow.
she goes, I went back to my life. She looked stunning. She looked gorgeous.
Well,
And
she wasn't a bad-looking woman.
oh,
She
she
was
was
just very,
beautiful.
yeah,
She
she was
was.
just very, she just came off very snooty. I just want to throw in when you're talking about, Princess being your nanny. I just heard that Prince Harry and Meghan, they're leaning towards, they're doing everything different. They're not doing what Diana and Kate did, with the pictures coming out of the hospital. She had a birth at home. They're doing everything different, but they're leaning towards getting a male nanny,
And a Manny, yes. That's
a
nice.
male one, which, is kind of, they're really going, in a complete different direction because they're also not under the same kind of restriction as William and Kate are, or
Right.
Diana was. They're low at, I hate to say it like this because he is a
Yeah.
prince,
Yeah.
but they're kind of low at the bottom of the totem pole, so they don't have to do everything that's required. So they're gonna, yeah. So they're looking into having a male nanny from the U.S. and they want someone from the U.S.
Right. I know. I think I heard something. I don't have everything I hear is from hearsay. I don't know what's going on politically. Today, my mom was telling me about Iran wanting to shoot off nuclear bombs. I'm like, what?
Oh, she did,
I didn't even know
Donna.
Joe Biden was trying to run for president. I was like, what? My mom's like, where have you been? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just working nonstop, like, and moving and traveling. And she was like, I don't know how you do it, Marissa. I'm like, I don't either. I don't know either. So yeah, I don't do Twitter. I don't do I don't follow TMZ anymore. I just don't have the time. Everything I find out about people making videos comes from either subs or people with wrenches. I don't look. I just don't have the time. I wish that I had the time to.
Oh, Donna is said I was wrong. She was actually all right. Well, Donna, darling, I heard it on YouTube in some video that she actually had a home birth. So I believed it because I figured, why couldn't she have a home birth? They're so rich. They could, have whatever they want. But obviously, Donna is from the UK, and she said it was on the news here tonight that she did actually have the baby in a hospital. Okay, well, there you go. You can't believe everything on YouTube.
Yeah, I just got a question. It says, "Hey Diane, can you ask Molly if in the future the hate is going to affect her?" Um,
What? Wait. What? Say that question again. Is the hate that you're getting from YouTube going to affect you? Is that what you meant?
Is that what she said?
I don't know. Who said
Yeah,
it?
she said, "Do I think that the hate in the future is going to like affect my life?" I think that honestly, hate and feeling all the negativity is a personal thing. I don't like to have a feeling of hatefulness, negativity, jealousy, envy. I mean, it's very consuming and it leaves a yucky feeling in my mouth. So I don't do it. As you guys know, I don't make videos of other people and sit around and, you know, look for something to blow out of proportion and sit there and edit something. That's not my style. Never has been, never will. I have a million things to do with my time, but the thing is, it's just the internet. I don't take it personally. Out of everybody, I think the worst has been Brian St. John, but I like Brian St. John. Like there's something about him that I like. I just like it. I just like it, and I think that he's a little misunderstood. And the thing is what I did was I took time to listen to him and what his strength was. I don't know if you know this about Brian St. John, but he was very informed and connected with the Darlie Roudier case, a woman who stabbed her
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yep.
And
I do know that.
I share the
I
same.
like Brian.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
Brian. I have
okay.
no problem with Brian. He's been
I
on my
share,
panel too.
I share the same opinions as he does on that case. If I was on as a juror, I would have convicted her. Absolutely,
Yeah.
her behavior. But I'll tell you one thing: if I could predict the future, and if she gets another trial, I'll tell you one thing: Brian St. John's is gonna explode because he was the first one that covered her, and he's got such a strong opposition with her being guilty. And I agree. I would love for her to be
Hi, Crystal.
retried, but I'm sorry, but when you're throwing a party with silly string at your
I
child,
know that was so strange. So strange.
I mean, so I agree with him, and that's only because I gave him the chance and I started listening, and I was like, wow, I underestimated his intelligence. I underestimated, and the thing is Brian likes to be respected. If you respect him, he's going to be very fair with you, and he'll have your back. And if you're going to talk smack to him, he's going to call you the C word. He's going to call you this, that, nothing. And he likes to ruffle
I
feathers.
know.
And that's it. So, like, people are shocked. They're like, oh my God, after what he did, how could you forgive him? How could you give him a free pass? And I'm just like, listen, you guys might not like that I talked to Laura. You guys might not like that I have let Analyzer in or speak of Brian St. John in a certain manner or talk because people are like, how could you promote Herbie Herb? How could you promote Herbie Herb? I'm just like, I have to give credit where credit is due. Now, Laura Perplexed
Hi, Carol.
has a certain, I know, I'm not stupid. I can see it. There's certain personality traits that she has that can come off very either matter of factly or intimidating or very, you know, aggressive. But I'm the kind of person that is intrigued by people that are different. I like that. I like people that have their own thing going. I like she is a leader. I like that about her. I like leaders. That's what I'm attracted to about Laura. So me and Laura are not best friends. Laura's not we're not best friends. I see Laura as someone I can talk to and relate to on certain levels and things like that. I respect her as a mother, as a single mother working, and I respect what she's trying. I think that she should stick to the community with the true crime because she's very good at it. She's actually very, very intelligent. I think she should stay away from the drama. I think that when she gets into the drama, that it's only actually hurting her and the credibility, because she's more than the drama. She has too much more to offer than to get mixed up in the drama. And I feel the same way about myself. Brian St. John, uh, certain people, like look at John Crimes. John Crimes said, you know what? I'm in this. He goes, yeah, I know the drama that's going on. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna stick to my shit. He goes, but he knows everything that's going on. He knows what people are saying, but he wants to just stick to his shit. Oni's not going to talk about drama, but he knows what's going on. And it's good to be informed of your surrounding and what's going on. But to put it out there, I think that if you have a problem with someone, it should be, you should both start scissoring and just try and see. Like there was something going on. There was a rift between Jay for Joe.
Can I ask you a question? What does scissoring mean?
Scissoring. To scissor. It's a good thing. I got it from South Park. There's a South Park episode. It's like, oh,
Okay, I don't want. I see people putting scissors in the chat, and I hear you using the. I don't watch South Park, so I don't know what it means. So can you tell me?
yeah, it's scissoring is to scissoring, connecting,
Okay,
woman
how do
to
you
woman.
connect?
Use your imagination,
Okay, got it.
and it's not a degrading thing.
Sorry,
It's fun.
I had to ask. It was driving me crazy.
Thank you, like making lemonade. Thank you, making lemonade. You're not blocked. I can see you. I don't block people just because I just don't like them or don't agree with them. That's absolutely not true. I block you if you're disrespectful to me, my family, and the subs.
Look, here's the thing about drama, and I'm come from the drama. This is the drama community, right? So if you don't do drama, um, people, it's very hard to get people. Oh my God, Crystal Earhart, stop it! I'm gonna smack you, girl. Oh my God, why are you bringing that up? I'm gonna smack you. So anyway, uh, in the drama community, if you don't do drama, it's hard to keep people, listening to your live stream. They want to, even if I come up with other ideas to do panels on this or panels on that, people want to hear a little drama. They like a little response from something. It is what it is. But I think that there's a line that you cross with drama that gets dangerous when you have all the stuff that's going on right now in the true crime community with, what I'm talking about. And that, all that stuff really is over the top. You can't do that. You can have drama without that and still have your back and forth shit. And if you want to have a panel and you want to go at it, you can do that. But when it crosses that line where it just got crossed with, Makeup Mobster and Marianne, then that's not good. Not good at all. If you can do drama without that,
Actually, I don't know why everyone's up in arms about the scissoring. It's degrading to lesbians. Actually, no. I'm friends with many, many,
oh my God,
and
really? Is
they
it?
use that all like constantly. Anyone that would ever think that I'm homophobic, or being degraded, I think that people want some sort of excuse to hate me, and the scissoring, it's just not going to stop. So it's not going to stop. It's not degrading, and no, sorry, it's not going to happen.
When when you first came out, I don't know if you do it anymore, but when you first, were doing your live streams, at least when I first came across you, you were saying something like to the left or something like that.
Yeah,
And I didn't even know what that was. Someone had to tell me that it was from the song, a Beyonce song. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? But I didn't know that it was from a Beyonce song.
Yeah, it is all in good fun. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah,
Look, we all have our.
degrading, but the thing is if you have a negative mind and you want to take everything negative from someone that you don't like, then you're gonna take it negative. Negative minds love negative comments and twisting things to whatever narrative that they want. I'm used to it. I don't care about how anyone wants to twist it. Twist it any way you want. Twist it like a pretzel. I'm going to say what I say, and I'm not going to apologize if I was saying if I was using the F word to describe two men, that's degrading. If I was calling using the D word to describe lesbians, that is absolutely degrading. I would never ever do that. But to go scissoring, blah blah blah. Scissoring is connecting. Okay, if you want to take it as a sexual manner, that's you, boo boo, not me. I'm not even talking about sex. Some people may have talked about that and let their mind go there, but I rarely ever talk about anything really sexual on my, the most sexual you're going to get is my cleavage. That's it. That's as
Oh, we
sexual as.
talk about sex. We talk about sex all the time on Ladies' Night.
Oh, do
I
you?
mean, I don't. Well, not all the time, but we've talked about a lot of things from manscaping to, well, I guess I could say because I am age restricted, but even cock cages have come up on my channel. When I say we talk about everything, and yeah, Crystal, you brought it in here, so you put it in my head. Crystal's one of my mods. So yeah, we've talked about even stuff like that. We talk about everything whatever happens to come up. Me telling, I told you this on the phone, me telling stories of really crazy shit that really happens in my real life, like, going to the US Open and being there for like 8 hours and not
Yeah.
knowing until I'm leaving. Things like that, going to the Waldorf Astoria and going into the Grand Ballroom and taking a picture of me with my pants off. Crazy stuff. I do crazy shit. I'm not it's who I am. So we talk about that. And yeah, we do get
Yeah.
into, we've even talked about poop, and there's certain words that we can't say in front of Wendy. We can't say penis. We can't say weenie. We can't say poop. Wendy has a hard time with words. So we have to come up with other things. So we have fun. Look, we try to have fun. Like if we were sitting around all the women out for dinner, I don't know if we bring up poop at dinner, but things that women talk about with men
Yeah.
not around.
Okay, Mello, how did you mean when talking about Dee Dee and Analyzer then? Molly Golightly. Scissoring. Just, they need to scissor. Start connecting. Go and scissor. I don't care. This is what I say. If you don't like it, just turn me off. Just turn me off. That's all I can say. I'm not going to sit here and apologize about using scissoring. I say it in my daily life. I say it on the phone. I'm like, all right, are we going to scissor or what? Like, take it the way you want to take it. Like, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Like, I'm not going to waste Diane's time. I'm not going to waste these people's time that are here for normal conversation. I'm like, I'm not even about that. Like, I'm not going to waste your time. There's a million things that you could be doing right now. So if these people want to just take that and say that I'm like homophobe, whatever, but there
All
are
right. Well,
actually, there is a lesbian. I'm looking at a lesbian right now that I know very well. And she's in here right now. And she's like, I think it's hysterical. I love it. So whatever. So anyway, I will
yeah,
say what I want.
yeah, don't, look, we don't have to turn everything into something negative. Um, I didn't even know what it was. If this is something that Molly says, I don't know. I think you could probably find a million things that people say to be derogatory in one way or another. I just
And
don't
here
think that we
comes the
should.
pot calling the kettle black.
What?
The pot
Someone
calling.
said that?
No, no, no. Just look at the chat.
All
Pot,
right.
kettle, kettle, pot. Take your own advice, sister. Don't get me started, because I will cream you, and you know it. You will be reduced to tears. That's not a threat. It's a fact. But I'm not doing that because I'm feeling zen as fuck right now. Okay. I'm in my mother's home and I am feeling really good right now. I think there's a lot of beautiful people in this chat right now, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Let's not.
So this one person, kettle,
Yeah.
just kettle
Okay.
black,
Good.
period. Take your own advice. I take my own advice. I choose my battles wisely, and this is a battle that I'm choosing
Good.
to walk away from in
Thank you.
respect for you
Thank
and
you.
the people that are watching. You're welcome. Namaste. Life rewinded. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Manzi. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Grace. Hi, Crystal, Miss Nevens, and Brian, and Rose, and Carol. I like to say hi. You have no idea what just saying hi and acknowledging
I know
people.
it's very important.
It does so much for
I know.
people. Sister Dharma,
Say hello.
you will go over to Laura and tarnish her. I will go over to Laura and tarnish her. No, I wasn't talking about Laura at all. Laura's not done anything personally to me that I would tarnish her. No, she hasn't. She hasn't personally. Well, she did at one time by bringing on people in the past. You know, I'm not going to bring up the past because it really is the past. And she apologized for it, and I forgave her. And I never really saw that. I never looked at that video. And if I had seen it, I probably would have punched him in the face. But, you know, it's all right. It's fine. My thing with Laura is it's fine. I'm gonna like who I want to like, and you guys are free to like who you want to like. I know a lot of people don't scissor very well with, you know, Laura. I understand that, and I gave the reasons why I believe that she is a little tough sometimes, and I think that if you saw the softer side of Laura, but you're not able to see the softer side of Laura because there's this specific color out there that just keeps on going. And Laura keeps going back. And Laura did, and I have something to say. Laura did post something on her community post. I saw a screenshot where she did involve, you know, something that was very unsavory about the children. And I said, Laura, seriously, you need to quit it. I go, you do not talk ill of other people's children. And you know, I let her have it. I don't back down from Laura, and Laura won't back down from me. And I told her, I said, you keep children out of it. Everyone knows I'm against anyone being called, having the cops at their house, having CPS called them, getting into people's private business, pot kettle, and you know who you are. And I don't believe
Well, I think everybody.
you should stay on YouTube, but when you have a personal problem, you have this woman's cell phone number, you have her email. Go this way. Try not to spoil what you guys have in subscribers by showing your ugly side. I don't like showing my ugly side. If I get upset on a live and I say, you know what, I'm sorry, I don't want to go to bed this way. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. You know, some people just want to upset you. You know, Laura did say, Marissa, but did you see what I was responding to? And I said, no. She goes, I was responding to this, and she deleted it. And I'm like, just let it go. But she's a grown woman. I'm not a puppeteer. I can't tell a grown woman what to do with her channel. It's not my business. It's not my fight. And for some time, I'm a little teapot. Yeah, Donna. I did feel that I contributed to ending a 3-year friendship, and I felt very sad about that. But I wish that we could go back, you know, but we can't. And I just wish that, you know, that certain color could have just reached out to Laura and said, I don't want to do it. My subs are not gonna like that I'm talking to Golightly. And I would have been like, all right, I'll go hang out with my friends and family downstairs and have dinner and gamble and hang out with them. But no, I spent like 4 hours on that live that just made the whole situation bigger and worse. How do you think that that made me feel? I didn't feel good about that. I didn't feel good that she brought certain people on the panel and that, you know, they would be in tears about having a wrench from me because I trusted you. I gave you a wrench, and what did you do to me? You abused that wrench, and you got rid of my subscribers when I wasn't looking, when I fell asleep. And then when I bring up the fact that you did the same thing to Gray Hughes Investigates, I spoke to Gray Hughes Investigates, and he said, Marissa, I don't know why she did this to me. There was no rhyme or reason. I said, I don't know why she did it either. And then for her to get on there and cry and everybody feels bad for her. Well, the next day I was on the phone with John Crimes, and John Crimes said, you know what? I saw that shit last night. He goes, just because you're crying doesn't mean that you're innocent. He goes, that was all a fucking crock of shit. And then, I'm like, you know what, people, go ahead, give her a wrench. Go ahead, give her a wrench. Go ahead, see, because I was nothing but kind to her. But the thing is, like I said earlier, it's trial and error. I had to learn about certain people the hard way. And the thing is you might think that some of these people are your real friends, but if they see that you're doing something that they want to be doing, they might hold some sort of resentment, jealousy, and I can't control that. Like there's nothing to be jealous of me about. There's nothing to be jealous of me about. And I have problems just like everybody else. Now, the thing is I've just adapted. I'm very much used to people making hate videos about me. I'm used to it now. But the thing is what exactly do they hate? Only I understand what they hate. And having hate in your heart, does, those people that make hate videos about me, they're the ones with the hate. I don't hate them for making the hate videos of me. They're the ones that are holding the anger, the animosity, when they could easily turn it all around and say, you know what, I don't want to feel this way. I never even met you. I want to talk to you. Let's talk. Making Lemonade said, you know what, I don't want to make these videos and I want to talk to you. I will get to her. I promise I will get to that girl. And, you know, I think it, oh, look, Black Eagles here. Natalie Salusek. Natalie is amazing. She's such a strong, powerful voice for women. She's been a sub with me since I was in, from the very, very beginning. She's had not really my back, but she's always been there and she's kept an open mind. And she's been there since I wasn't even monetized, Natalie Salusek. And she doesn't even want a wrench. She doesn't even want it. So, like back to what I said, I don't want to have hate in my heart towards people that are angry. I don't like to surround myself with angry, bitter people because it brings me down. It's a heaviness. It's like someone's got a boot on your chest and they're pushing you down. I don't want to feel that way. So I choose to just say, you know what, if they want to apologize and they want to come back, just let them. Because I've actually heard, I'm not going to say their names, but they'll say, I got an ultimatum from another channel, so I made another name. But I used to be blah blah blah, and I used to hate you so much. But your lives are so funny. I really just want to be a part of them. I want to sing along. I want to be like, they're like, you guys are so cool. And I'm just like, go ahead.
I just
Do
have
it.
to interrupt for a second. I have to interrupt for a second, Molly. Okay, so here's how I see it because I've been in the drama community. I don't know if it's 2 years or 3 years. I've lost count, but um, I've had my share of situations that I wish that I had never gotten into with people that, for whatever reason, didn't like me. But I came to the conclusion at some point that I was going to allow everyone into my chat. Now, of course, in the drama community, there are sides too. There is this side versus that side, and that side versus this side. And then one minute this side is friends with this side, but then they get into an argument and they're not friends anymore. So I made this decision. I'm going to let everybody come into my chat. It was around Christmas time, and I got a lot of heat for it from people that came to my chat because they didn't like something that someone said from someone I was going to let in. But you know what? It eventually all blew over. And the best thing that could ever happen, the best thing that could ever happen in a community, and I hope it happens in the true crime community, because it does get exhausting, it gets frustrating, especially if you have a channel and you get dragged more than 10 times, you're not going to like it anymore. So the thing that I wished when before I even met any of you is I wish we can just all get along. If we can't like each other, at least can we coexist? I am hoping that happens for the true crime community because I think it's very possible if people stop talking about each other, period, that they don't like, then you're not going to have anybody come back at you. people will end up leaving you alone. I don't have anyone bothering me anymore. It's amazing. And I think that could happen for true crime as well. I mean, the people that are in here right now from the drama community can vouch for it. It's more peaceful for us. You guys are having more shit than the drama community is
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Yes, Grace Stewart. I saw Grace Stewart's comment. I remember Grace Stewart used to be a regular on my channel. I agree with you. I don't know how to speak for Laura. She's not
No, you
here.
better not, Brian.
And I just she's tough. She's very, very tough, and she's gonna be on the offensive. But I think that by talking to her, she does feel attacked a lot. She does feel attacked a lot. And
And my other suggestion is if you're a content creator, if you have a channel over in the true crime community and you're talking about your subs at
ooh,
all or going after your subs, that's a no-no. Never go after your subs. If they don't have a platform to respond to you and you go after your subs, that's a no-no. And I don't know if that's going on or not over in the true crime community. I don't know if if content creators are attacking subscribers because of something that they might have said in another chat or they saw them over there. Or don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Never, never, never.
yeah, yeah.
Because if you didn't have subs, you wouldn't have a channel. And then to start bringing them into your shit is really bad. Don't. And that's one thing that in the drama community we never do that. Never.
Stephanie
Like a
Brown,
strict rule.
do you, Molly, do the people she has talked about on her channel, you have to consider the other side as well. Um, the other side. I'm not exactly privy to I mean, there's so many names flying around. There's so many accounts. Um, the other side to me, um, like some people think that, believe it or not, this is the most shocking. I think you and I even talked about this privately today. People actually think that my biggest like the person I hate the most would be Leanna. And I'm like, no. I go, absolutely not. I was like, she does. Do I watch her stuff? No. Has she started with me? Yes. But the thing is I didn't believe in the beginning that the cops were there. I had my husband stand over me and watch the ending of that video. And he said, Marissa, the police were there. And I said, really? And she said, the police were there. He goes, that's not okay. And then I thought about how I would handle it. And then, of course, I was thinking about, like, well, why didn't the dog bark? Da, 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 da. I thought about things like that. And I was like, you know what? She must have felt, and the first time I felt like really bad for her, I was like, she must have felt so embarrassed having the cops called on her and then not knowing exactly who did it. And it's quite possible that it could have been someone that she knows, someone that's close to her. I know a lot of people that I know were getting blamed for it. But the thing is the adult way to really look at that was Sarah Smiles said it herself. She goes, none of us really know who did it. So we can't really point fingers. And I was pointing fingers at who I believed, basically just putting bets on a roulette table, like who I thought it was. But then I thought about it and I said, you know what? Had that happened to me, my husband, yeah, he would have taken the computer, flipped out. I'm sure her husband was not happy about that. And I'm sure she was just like, this is getting a little out of hand. And yes, I did feel something for what she was going through. And then I found out she had the same curtains as me. And I'm like, oh my God. So the thing is just like, definitely her and I got off onto the wrong foot. We'll never ever scissor. That's fine. You know, but the thing is a lot of people just, I think they want people to fight. I think people want me and Laura to fight. I think people want me and Pink to fight. I think that people want me and Brian to fight. I think people want me and you to fight Diana. Diana, sorry. Diane, I'm not going to do it. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy, and I don't have the desire to walk around. And I just want to save the energy for the things that matter, like my kid and, and the passions that I have in my life, helping people, traveling, enriching my life. And, you know, I like to be a voice for the YouTube community. I wish that I could, honestly, I really wish that I could do life coaching videos and everything that I've learned from people that are on here to help. I wish I could start making videos, number one, to help growing YouTubers that want to grow their channel. I don't have the biggest channel in the world, but I can tell you the mistakes that you can make and things that can help you. But I would also want to make videos, which I have been. I've been trying to reach out to the community that is bedridden, because I realize a lot of my subs are bedridden or they're reclusive, and I bring a source of entertainment and excitement for these people, and I want to help them. And I remember on Christmas, my mom was standing right there, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna head back." It was the night that I hit 20,000 subs, and I drank the bottle of Perrier champagne. I hit 20,000 on Christmas night. And I said to my mom, I said, "Yeah, I'm going to head back." And she goes, "Already?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, I'm going to go live for the people who are alone. And she goes,
Molly,
"That's so sweet."
Marianne wants you to read her comment. Hello,
Molly,
Starlight.
please read my comment. I know who Marianne is. She's the twinkle of my eye. Okay. I got to scroll up. I'm a
I
little long winded.
I
Okay.
just
Where?
think everybody needs to stop talking about everybody over in the true crime community on their panels. They have to stop doing drama so everybody cools down, because if you can't come together in peace and have even a talk behind the scenes, it doesn't have to be, everything doesn't have to be done in public. You can do it behind.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think unless if people really want to make amends with people, then they can do that. If they don't, then people just need to stop putting posts on their community page. They just have to stop. Just stop. Just stop. It's easy. It's easy.
The sister Dharma, you're already blocked on my channel for being very mean on my channel, so I'm not even gonna give you. Okay, okay, hello Starlight at Molly Golightly. Having the cops come to your home is a very scary, vulnerable feeling. I feel like what happens to Makeup Mobster and myself is downplayed and not fair. Um, I've stuck up for you, Marianne. I've stuck up for Mandy. I've stuck up for Oni. I stuck up for Jay for Justice. I've stuck up for um, Sarah Smiles. I've stuck up for Makeup Mobster and everyone that's had CPS and the police at their house. I believe for me that would be a very degrading feeling to have the authorities look at me and judge me just for opening the door and judging me as a parent and assuming that I'm I would ever put my child in harm's will, or that I was ever having thoughts of. No, I understand, and I have said many times I don't condone it. I would never do it. And I read your comment, and all I can say is, if I knew that any of my friends, and I got you guys know who my friends are, if I knew that any of my friends had done that, I would separate myself from them forever. Um, the one person that admitted that she called the police and CPS on Analyzer was, and she said it, she said, "It was me." She said it was Sarah Smiles. She said she had a shotgun in her video, and the way she was talking, listen, I know that I'm not allowed to say it because I'm just a life coach. I know what she is. I'm not going to say what I believe her, you know, is, but she needs help. But Sarah said, "I'm the one that called. I'm the one that did it," and I felt that. I needed to because she had a shotgun in that video. She's got a kid in that video. She talked about, do you want me to blow my head off? And I said, you know what, Sarah? If you felt that you did the right thing, that you were saving her child and saving this woman's life, then who am I to judge? So I looked at it from that perspective, but at the same time, I don't really watch much of Marianne, but I don't think that Marianne ever made any claims or statements that she was going to harm herself or harm her children, or that she possessed weapons in her home and that she was having these thoughts. So I personally have never, would never, the day's going to come when the cops come to my house. I'm waiting. And I'm just gonna literally be like, yeah, I'm live, and I'm gonna take the camera with me because I'm gonna get this shit on tape because that's who I am. I'm Molly Golightly. If I'm ever live in the cops, legit. If I hear someone at my door, I'm taking the camera with me. I'm gonna be like, look at that, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I have a YouTube channel, and it's like a not an initiation, but it's like a, and it's a horrible thing to even joke about, but it's kind of tradition that people get catty and weird and vindictive, and this is what they do to each other. But it's nothing to be made fun of. But my turn's coming, I'm sure. But I will get that shit on tape, and I'll be like, you know what? You're free to roam the house. You're free to talk to my husband's gonna flip out, but if he's home, which he probably won't be, he'll probably be in another country. But
Molly,
no,
I don't think that's going to happen. If you listen, if you stay away from, and if you stay away from the drama, if you get on a panel and drama starts ensuing, you need to get off. You need to just get off the panel. I've
yes,
done it before because I don't want it. If you're not involved in drama anymore, like this, where it's gotten to the point where people are at each other's throats and this stuff is happening, you're not going to get the cops called on you. You won't. But if this shit keeps continuing, then yeah, that's a possibility. But if it hasn't happened yet, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think if you stay away from all of the drama that's going on, then it's not going to happen. I think the drama just needs to stop. I mean, I
uh,
tried very hard not to do. I still get a little involved in the drama. In our community, it's
it's
a very
draining,
little.
but it's so
It
draining.
it is draining.
It
It's a
makes
very
I roll my eyes. I don't know about you, but I'm just like, oh God, what now? Can't I just live? And yes, Grace Stewart, yes, I do remember you. I always thought you were very lovely. I know Miss Nevins. Sometimes she's nice, sometimes she's not so nice. Georgia's very sweet. Um, yeah, I recognize some of these names. Carla Ray, of course. Carol Triana, Joanne L, not very nice to me, and that's fine. It's her. But yes, I remember some things and stuff. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would think that I wouldn't remember. I pay attention. I'm a good listener, and I remember all the kind things that many people have you know said to me. And I remember I've had a lot of private conversations with a lot of people in this chat on the phone, believe it or not. And I've done sessions with a couple of people in this chat, who I won't mention. But yes, you've got some great people in your chat right now, believe it or not. So
Oh, I know. I'm like I said, I was really happy when I got to meet the people from the true crime community. I really, really appreciate everyone who comes. I enjoy everyone.
yeah,
I was having, and you know what? It was funny because I found out that my friends were kind of there before me. I like when I first time I went over into your chat, I saw quite a few of my friends from the drama community over there, and I was like, wow. So I'm glad that I got to meet the people that I did. I think there's nothing wrong with two communities, kind of merging together. We've done it in the past with the boy. There's some very good people in the boy, some very nice people. So I think it's a good thing to kind of expand and bring new people in and get to meet new people. I just got tired of doing drama, and I'll tell you what: if people are going to get sick over it physically and mentally,
Yes.
drained, sick over the things that are happening, then that's not good. It's YouTube is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun.
It's not real life, people. Don't take things personal. For me, I'm here. My job is to entertain you. And my job personally is to hopefully inspire and help. That's what I want to do. But if not, if I go live, it's to entertain you, to keep you company. Some people work in a night shift and they're like, Molly, I'm so glad you got me through that night shift. I have one of my best subs was had a very hard birth and she was in the hospital for a long time, and she binge watched my videos and she was just like, you're the one. She goes, you saved me so much money because the hospital wanted to charge me $10 a day just to watch the TV. She goes, all I did was watch you. She was like, and she's been here forever. She had to change her name and come back as another name because she liked certain creators that didn't like me, and she has to jump back, sadly, from creator to creator. And she did tell me, she goes, when I go over to their channel, I go under a different name. When I go under your channel, I'm under this name. She was like, I like them all. She was like, I wish you guys all got along. She was like, I really do. She goes, I wish you guys really got along. I'm just like, it happens. Maybe one day, but it's gonna take years. It's gonna take a long time. But you know, I'm hoping that you know maybe there's a video that I have made about sibling rivalry or mother-daughter relationships, or things that can help you to change your mind, to lose weight and stick to your goals. Maybe I have a video out there that might really change your mindset, not about me, but will benefit you for the rest of your life, and say, holy crap, what she just said put everything into perspective of how I actually feel. Like, how do I get to that point where I can feel like this? Well, guess what? I want to show you by giving you this free video to watch. And you don't have to pay me to be your life coach. You just watch. Just look, go through the list of my videos and look at the topics. That there's so many. And I'm very open. I talk about very personal things that have happened to me in my life. And when you do that, and I learned this from PewDiePie, because remember, someone with 93 million followers is someone good to take notes from. And one of the first things he says, if you really want to connect with an audience and have people that are going to stay with you and love you, he goes, you must be able to open up and let them see you not as a celebrity, but as a person and a friend. He goes, try and connect with them. Obviously, if I had 93 million followers, I wouldn't be able to do meet and greets. I'd need a security team and a stadium. That's not the life that I want. I don't want 93 million subscribers. I wouldn't be able to talk to anybody. Think about that
Well,
guy's
so
life. I mean, think about that. Think about that really, like really think about that, because I pay a lot of attention to this guy. 90 million followers and all the time and creativity, everything that he's done. Think about what his life is. He rarely leaves his house, and he has such a huge pressure for content to be put out to stay at the top. And he is just in his own little bubble. And I'm only
but he
20.
wants that. But Marissa, let's face it, these big YouTubers, um, they they want this kind of life.
Yeah,
They're making a lot of money.
they
They're
are.
making a lot of money,
Yeah,
and it's not just from AdSense. They
yeah,
have people, sponsorships. They get free trips. They get this. They get
absolutely.
that. That's the life that they want, and that's why people
Absolutely. I
come to
got
YouTube.
opportunities all the time. You hit a certain number and there's free shit getting sent to you. There's opportunities coming in all the time. Um, some guy tried to call me from this company. He said, "Can I call you?" And it was too early in the morning. I had a million things to do. Some people, they see you as a celebrity, which I'm definitely not. I think, some people are staying away from cable. They're like, this is better than cable because it seems so real. This is like, for me, they're looking at me and my channel as an ongoing reality show. They really are. They're thinking that the Molly Golightly, they're like, you have your own reality show going on your YouTube channel. And I'm just like, you're right. And I'm being compensated as if I'm on a reality show in a lot of different ways. But I don't know if I could handle or even want a life that um, would put me in a mindset to where I lost focus of my dream.
Well, it's not for everyone. It's not for
I wouldn't want
everyone. There
a million follower or a Logan Paul. I wouldn't want that type of
No, but these
energy.
guys and even these family vloggers, they started out back in the day when YouTube was fairly new. They just took a camera, stacked it on some shoe boxes, did some 10-minute makeup videos, and before they knew it, they were these big family vloggers making a lot of money, quitting their jobs, their real life jobs, and being able to live and support a whole family and buy beautiful homes. You have to want to do it. It's a lot of commitment. I could never do that. I don't know if I hadn't maybe years ago knew that this was a possibility on YouTube. If I didn't, if I said, "Wow, I wonder if I can make money on YouTube and this could be my job," I need to come up with a niche. If I had done it back in 2006, maybe, but now the competition is so stiff. Really have to find a niche. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that someone can't
And
still do it
it's
now.
hard to
Yeah,
do. It's very
very.
hard
And
to do.
I want no part of it. I really want no part of it now. I just come here for fun. That's
So
it.
a question from Hello Starlight at Molly Golightly. What do you think a bully is? General question. I think a bully is someone who harbors a lot of resentment and anger, and they deflect and they put their um, hatreds towards another person to make them feel better. I think a bully is a very weak person. I don't think that they're a strong person. I think the person that stands up to a bully and calls them out is the stronger. I have been bullied in my life. I have done some bullying in my life that I'm not proud of, and I've used it as a defense mechanism when I needed to. And a bully is, you know what? I'm grateful that some people have bullied me because what did it do? It made me stronger. It made me stronger as a teenager. It made me stronger on YouTube by being bullied. I mean, I think that Hello Starlight, if you were to actually, if we were to do a wife swap and I took care of your kids and you came to my home for a week and you had to live as Molly Golightly and take life coaching calls and take care of Jake and cook and clean and do whatever it is the hell that I'm doing on an everyday basis, um, I think, and then get on live and do, and go to work sometimes and just do all this, I think that you would wonder, why are these people saying these things about me? But you would get so used to it, you don't understand it because it's not happened to you. But it did happen to me a few months ago. But I got very, very lucky. It was not a drip, Marianne. It was not a drip effect where there was a bully and then I dealt with one another. Then I dealt with one a couple weeks later, and there was a new one. I had an avalanche of videos at one time, and I was like, "Whoa, John, what?" And I busted out crying. I said, "Wait, what the hell's happening?" And then it was John Crimes who basically shook me and said, "Yo, who are you?" He goes, "You're nothing until these mother effers are making videos of you." He goes, "You're going to have your own community." He was like, "You're no longer going to be crime community. You're no longer going to," he's like, "You're not going to be drama community." He goes, have a little parts." He goes, "But you're the only one I know that's got her own effing community." He was like, damn. For me and him had a little misunderstanding. And it all was literally just a misunderstanding under bad timing, and we lost that time together. And by the time we found each other, and Oni, Oni and Jay for Justice put us back together, and me and him talked it out, and we realized that it was just, we couldn't even remember who we were mad at, to be honest. That's when you know it's bullshit. If you are mad at someone and you can't remember why, it's bullshit. So when we started talking, he was like, damn. He goes, I really thought that the old Molly would have crumbled with all this shit. He goes, but holy hell, you did a 180. He goes, you really don't care. And then weeks later, he goes, I really thought that you'd care. He goes, he told Barbie, he goes, she really doesn't freaking care. And I said, everything, and this is the thing, Diane, everything that they want to do to me has already been done. You want to dox me, you want to talk about my past, you want to talk about me, what I used to look like, this, whatever you want to say, things that I said, you want to bring up this is, it's already been done. So from now on, I just got to dot my I's, cross my T's, don't get in trouble. And heaven forbid I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. I got to make sure that my mugshot's better than the last one.
Oh God, don't even think about
That
that. That's horrible.
that
That's
was
horrible when it happens. But see, it happened to you while you were on social media. People, and now if you weren't on social media, no one would have known about it.
no.
That's the
I
kind
still
of
haven't
stuff that
even
you
called
see.
them. I still haven't even called them. All I have to do is make a call down there, and they'll take it down forever. But I was like, I don't care, because the thing is I technically I don't have a criminal record. I never have, because I was a realtor in 2 states. If you've had any sort of criminal history, you can't get licensed. So I was a realtor in New Jersey, and I was a realtor in Las Vegas. And when I did go to the trial, she was on the video. She committed no, she apparently the video, I didn't see it. I didn't see the video, but the police provided a video where it shows her stealing $9 from a wallet. I guess she thought it was more. She never spoke with me again. I questioned her about it. She just ran off. She's probably under a new name. She's probably watching out for all I know. And I honestly, to this day, I wish she would have told me that she didn't have money. I wish that I still can't see her doing that. I didn't see her doing it. Um, I can't believe that she would drag me down like that. But, when I really started to think about, when we were in that cell block and they pulled her out to talk to her and let real hookers and like real girls that like were drinking and driving, girls that were like cut up because they had a domestic dispute, like real girls with tattoos on their face. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Um, I had no idea. So they let me go without paying because I was actually falsely in prison. They had already had the video. She was afraid to tell me. They had to let us go. Otherwise, I was supposed to be sitting there till Monday. Remember, I had gotten to New Orleans at like 5 o'clock. I took an Uber to my hotel. She was staying at my same hotel. I said, all right, let's meet and we'll have dinner. Then we went over to Bourbon Street. We took that picture and I put it on the community post where she has the fishing bowl. And that's how people were able to find her identity, because they saw the people that were arrested that night and they said, that's her, Tiffany. And that's how they knew, because I would never have said the girl's name. But she kept it a secret. She still went to the meet and greet. She had to go to court. She pled guilty. And of course, two people could not have committed the same crime. And I really thought that the chart, at first I thought it was because we were drunk, but apparently nobody gets uh, arrested for public intoxication. So I was wrong there. It was when she came back into the cell block and said, do you know what we're being arrested for? It's for stealing a laptop. And I was like, huh? Huh? But yeah, all I have to do is supposedly just take, I still have the paper, call up and tell them to take it down, because it wasn't a felony. It was a misdemeanor, and they dismissed it completely. So, but the thing is I did burst out crying when they wanted me to go like this. I thought they put ink on you and stuff, and gave you that thing, and I started bursting out in tears. I was like, this is real. They don't, it's not ink, it's like all like computerized now. I was like, ah! And that's when they, what do you call it? Because I was like, wait, you guys are like for real? Like, this is the thing. Like, the way I saw it is you're supposed to get you arrested when you're like 22, not 44. You get what I'm saying? On the first night in New Orleans. And I kept saying, no, you don't understand. I come here every year. I've never had a problem ever. I never had a problem ever. And I remember when they let us out, I saw this paper. It said $500. And I went into my wallet and I guess said, here, take whatever card you want. And she had to explain to me, no, like, just come here at 11. They're going to just go, just go. They're like, it's bond. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And, you know, it all worked out. But I think that it should have been my story to tell on YouTube. Because trust me, I was going to tell everybody and I was going to share that mugshot. But I remember the next day it was boop, out. And I was like, oh shit, they worked pretty fast. But yeah, I wasn't gonna hide that, but because it was one of the craziest stories. It's almost unbelievable. But yeah, you can um be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's the way I've summed it up. I was in the wrong
Okay,
place.
Nikki.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she wants me to read her comment.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, let me find it. Okay, Dan Channel, can you say out loud that every comment that has been typed in this chat was screen recorded, all messages typed tonight in real time, and if they were removed, timed out, or what, we'll see it. Okay, that's what she wanted me to say. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, anybody that was timed out or anything, it's all screen recorded. So I don't know what else to say, but I am going to have to end this live stream because we've been on for 3 hours. And I actually didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm actually really tired. But I really enjoyed tonight. I know we had, some things happening in the beginning. Again, I really wanted to do this for me to get to know Molly a little bit better. Although I have spoken to her on the phone, we have spoken. I wanted everyone to be able to get to know Molly a little bit better as well. I wanted people to be able to ask questions. We got off track a little bit because of some of the things that happened in the beginning. I knew that there were going to be people that weren't happy with Molly coming on. I knew that. Um, but I do believe that we should all be able to get along. I don't have anything. Molly's never done anything to me. If anything, I have said, some mean things about Molly. So the fact that Molly is able to forgive me for saying what I said about her is admirable. And I think we all need to give each other chances in if we're going to try to get along. That goes for subs, it goes for content creators, and I really hate to bring subs into it because the subs are the ones that hurt when the content creators are not getting along because the subs feel torn because at one point I'm sure they liked everyone and went to everybody's chat, but then they are afraid to go because they're afraid they're going to be seen here or they're afraid to be seen here, and that cuts out their entertainment or their fun or their happiness, and that's the most important thing is the subs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look at the comments you're getting now. I mean, they're all amazing. Everyone's saying thank you to me and you for doing this. And I thank you guys for keeping an open mind and for being mature and kind to me and allowing me to speak and for sitting through 3 hours of me being long winded. And I thank you, Diane, for having me at the right time. At the right time. I think it was all about timing with you and I. So I think
I believe so. I believe so too, and I do still wish. I still do wish that whatever issues are going on with the people that we spoke about earlier, that they could work it out. If you can work it out with whoever you feel like you would like to work it out with, I think it would be a better place because I think everybody has their own special talents in what they do. I think that Pink is wonderful at what she does. I enjoy Pink.
Hmm.
I really do. I love Makeup Mobster. She's doing some great videos now on DIYs. And she also has a great storytelling videos that she does about her life and her family that I enjoy watching. So everybody has something. And then because we also have Stephanie from the drama community, and people love coming to her live streams. I think that if everybody just stopped fighting or talking about each other, it would just all stop. That's what I think. I mean,
Black
I'm being
Dahlia.
truthful.
Back Dahlia, bye bye to you. Always sweet talking to you. And to Bella Costa, she said, I used to sub to Molly, but one time I tried to ask a genuine question in her live and I was deleted. I've never gone in and made any comments since. It is quite possible, and it's very quite possible that a lot of people don't understand that a lot of times it's not me doing it. I'm the one giving the commentary. Sometimes mods will do that. I have had one mod in particular, a couple of mods that have done things like that. If any of you guys have felt like you weren't heard, or, and I think you want to say the same thing too, you know, I think Brian, anyone that's got a channel, or Stephanie, we wish that we could talk to every single one of you one on one. You know, you have to develop something in your brain to keep up. We are not ignoring you. We do not hate you. We are not you know, it's not intentional. There's just some things that stick out, you know. Where for me, I'm not just looking for super chat, but if someone puts $1.99 with a question, yes, I'm gonna see that. But I don't want anyone to think that if they have a question or a different opinion that they'll be blocked. I like when people want to challenge my opinions and my thoughts and make me look at things in another way. That's, yeah, I mean, just the way, do you get what I'm saying? That's just the way that it is. So anyone that's ever felt that, I apologize. And that's not ever, ever. Dharma, you have been on my channel and you are blocked and you're going to stay that way. And so is Urbanista. Thank you, though. But thank you for watching this, you guys. So there's still some.
And I want to appreciate I do appreciate everyone for coming tonight. And I would like to see everybody be able to go in everybody's chat. I can't tell Molly who to unblock, um, or anything like that. I don't control her channel. She does. But like I said, I wish that everybody can just enjoy everybody's chat, go in, have fun, not get attacked, because it's a really bad feeling. I
Yeah.
know that I've gone into, as a sub, go into other people's chat and get attacked. It's horrible, and still having my own channel and that happens, it bothers me. It's upsetting for me as a sub to go into someone's chat and get attacked. So, like I said, I hope everyone can just get along. If you can't get along, then ignore each other and just do your thing. And I think that it'll cut down the arguing. That's just my opinion. But I think we had fun. And I do want to say, I don't have any big parting gifts, but I wanted to mention that on Ladies Night, I brought it up last Ladies Night. I had a special link for Lovepop, the pop-up cards. And and some of the women actually used it last week, you can still use it up to the 9th. If you buy one Lovepop card, you get the second one free. They're the most beautiful cards. Everybody from my chat knows about them. But Lovepop was on Shark Tank, and that's how I found them. So the cards are beautiful. You can still do that. The link is in my description. If anybody wants a beautiful card for Mother's Day and get one for your mother-in-law or for your sister, whoever, still have time to get it, you get one free. They're $18 cards, personalized. So it's in my, that's my parting gift to everyone. A free card from Love Pop if you buy one. I'm not getting paid for that either. I don't even get a free card.
No, when you get to, I want to tell people that when you start getting your groove on, but it does matter what you're putting out. Your content matters because these companies do watch what you're putting out. When I concentrate on uh, life coaching videos, I'm always getting, will you push this product? Will you push this product? They'll send you lots of things, new things to push out, old things to push out. Send them this and send this to Amazon, get them to get this. They send you all types of stuff. I got a coffee company that's coming out, and they found me through the Bell's palsy, that a video that I had done where, and I'm about to do another one. I'm going to get more into the Bell's palsy, where it helps with cognitive issues, and they're trying to trigger people that have cognitive issues, uh, with this coffee that they want me to try. And I haven't even been at the house to even see if it's
Oh
arrived.
wow.
Yeah, so yeah, when you get to a certain point, these companies are going to start watching you, but it depends on the content that you're putting out.
Right.
So crime people, drama people are going to get significantly less. But if you have a cupcake channel, if you have do
Mhm.
it yourself, things like that. If you have a channel on how to make things, oh, they're making tons of stuff. Um, the beauty community, unfortunately, there's too many beauty channels right now, so it's a hard competition to get in. I used to be a professional makeup artist. I will visit videos if when I want to learn new techniques, but I had to do it the hard way and pay tens of thousands of dollars for makeup school the traditional way. And now
Right.
you don't even need to go to makeup school. You just need a
No. Go
scribe.
to
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, that's it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
anyone that is aspiring to do a channel, do it all on your own and be honest with people. Connect with your people. Like PewDiePie said, always give the element of showing these people personal antidotes of your life, because they will find a way to connect with you, and they will love you, or they will love to hate you, because there's always that 80-20. 80% are going to love you,
Yep.
20% is
Yep.
going to hate you, but you need that 20%. So yeah, thank you very much.
I
Guys. Have a
agree.
good night.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming up,
You're
Marissa. I really appreciate it. I think we had a good talk. We had a good time. It's been 3 hours, flew by. So, again, thank you, everybody in chat.
Bye,
See you. I
everyone.
guess we'll see you at Ladies' Night.
Bye, everyone. Party continues on my channel.
All right. Good night, Marissa.
Good night.
Okay, everyone. So I hope this was something that you enjoyed. Like I said, we did get off to a little bit of a rocky start, and I'm glad that we were able to, calm down. And I hope that we got enough questions answered. And I appreciate you all. I hope that you come back on Thursday night for Ladies' Night with Wendy and I. And that's pretty much it. So I want everyone to have a good night. Don't forget that code, not a code, but the link. If you use the link that's in my description, you'll get a free card. Those cards are exquisite. They're laser cut. They're beautiful. You will not find them anywhere. So it's in my description. And I guess I will see you all Thursday night. Take care, everyone.